I know, I know.
Ethan, how do you know you got flagged by that Sith guy?
There he is.
All right, hang on one second. We'll answer all these questions and more in 1 minute, Narkish, because we're live right now. This is Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Let me turn the volume down here. This is a professional operation. It does take a minute just to set up, Narkish. I don't know how skilled you are at all this, but for me, it's
all of my streams are perfection. They start off, they're excellent, high production.
I agree.
He was fumbling with the controls for like a good 3 minutes.
I couldn't tell if I got flagged or I fucked up the stream. I don't know what I did.
Just suddenly the show died. You clicked the wrong button.
Whoops. Hey everyone, welcome to Comicsgate Live. We've got a big show today. Obviously, you can see in the title. This is the premiere of Doug Tennapel's Bigfoot Bill, probably the coolest Indiegogo that we've launched thus far, and that's saying something because we've launched some pretty cool Indiegogos. Bigfoot Bill, Doug Tennapel is the creator of Earthworm Jim, and so many other things. Was it Cat Scratch?
Yeah, Cat Scratch.
I think my son watched that.
Some have seen Sock Baby. Sock Baby is another one of mine.
Oh man, good stuff all around. Just great stuff. It's an honor to have you be a part of this movement. Clearly, this is one of your better efforts, I would say. I love the way Bigfoot Bill looks. Can you tell us a little bit about Bigfoot Bill?
Sure. Bigfoot Bill is an action comedy. It's not super silly humor, but it's along the line of Earthworm Jim. There's a little more at stake in his story, just to give it a little more heart and a little more. I just think it's a little bit funner to have the character being a little more believable problems in his life. It takes place within this government facility that has captured all of the cryptozoological animals and keeps them secret. So there's, the aliens in there and Chupacabra and John Loch Ness Monster. There's unicorns, elves, and Bigfoot Bill is the first one of these guys using the Kraken that he puts on his chest. He uses the Kraken. He's the first one to ever get out. And he ends up spilling out on the streets of LA.
Unbelievable. And the Kraken is so basically, here's the thing. So he wears a suit made of calamari. Right. Is that how you, it's talking calamari.
Yeah, it's like it hates his guts because it's his slave. So, and there's dialogue between them, and it's about male friendship in the end, that these guys just hate each other's guts, but they need each other, and those are the stakes that are set at the beginning, and they kind of escalate from there. And by the way, just real quick on the Gamergate guys, the biggest thing that I dig about where we're at right now is the support I've already gotten from everyone. Just came in this is the first day, and everyone's piling money in, and just the support I've gotten from the Gamergaters is huge. They're very vocal.
Not Gamergate. Back up.
Comicsgate. I'm also in Gamergate. I got dragged into all these gates because I was the first. I think in this group I was the first for Gail Simone to unfriend on Facebook.
I wish she would unfriend me.
I threw down with her once, and that was it.
All right, tell me about that. What happened? Let's gossip.
On that one, it was pro-life stuff. And I told her, and she was doing the whole women's body. How can you just want to control a woman's body? And I go, no, but you want to control the unborn woman's body that's inside the woman's body. You want to kill it. And so she was okay, that's it. And then I got blocked by her and a ton of other comics people too. Just I dropped out of their lives.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're conservative. They don't like it. They don't like regular, normal people's beliefs. They don't like them.
They hate half of America. The other half of America doesn't hate them. They tolerate them. They're just like, nah,
Yeah, I understand their belief systems. I find what they believe to be stupid and offensive, but I don't need to. I can fellowship with them to a degree, or I used to be able to. I don't know if I can anymore. I'm not so sure.
They would abort us all if they could.
Yeah, they would. They definitely would. Guys, Doug Tennapel's Bigfoot Bill graphic novel is up on Indiegogo right now. Let me just say this at the outset to the 452 people watching. And this stream is going to get much bigger as the night goes on, I feel. This is it. You can see it on your screen. The link to it is in the description below. This is going like it already looks like it's got that Earthworm Jim vibe that I love. I love the way this character looks. I love how weird the idea is. I could be honest with you, Doug. This is the first idea that I've actually been envious of, because I'm a cryptozoologist fan, cryptozoology fan. I love these characters. I love these weirdo characters. When I was a kid, I wrote a whole story. In the 5th grade, we had to write these fantasy stories, and I wrote a whole fantasy story about myself finding the Loch Ness Monster and befriending the Loch Ness Monster.
When we were in the 70s, remember in the 70s and 80s, all those like pseudo documentaries on In Search of Loch Ness and the Bigfoot movies and stuff, they were terrifying. They were like a real part of our childhood, like ghosts and stuff like that. That's kind of what I dig is I just think everyone has kind of that little DNA in them of going, what is Bigfoot? I wonder about him. We're all familiar with that.
Yeah. Do you believe in Bigfoot?
He's the one that I believe in the most. How's that? But here's why.
Unsatisfactory.
But wait, Nurkic, here's why, okay? There is no hard evidence for any other cryptozoological find. None for Loch Ness, none for aliens, none for ghosts, all that stuff.
I saw a chair move on YouTube. You tell me that's not evidence, Doug.
That was because Cecil farted really loud and blew the chair out from behind him.
Let's put Bigfoot into perspective. About 60, 70 years ago, the panda was Bigfoot in China.
Nobody cares about China.
Then they finally found it.
It's about China.
Yeah. Now they grind them into aphrodisiacs.
Yeah.
So no, but that's what I'm saying is they were lore. They were legend in China. Nobody had ever captured or photographed one or anything. And then suddenly they found some and put them all into cages.
I have a theory that Ethan.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Ethan is a shaved Bigfoot, is what I was going to say. He has the body of a shaved Bigfoot. I feel like he's among us. He just had to go into hiding.
Nurkic is 6'7", and I'm
I don't know why me. I don't know why you'd pick me. First of all, I wear a size 11.5. I'm only 6 feet tall. I mean, I might
like a baby Bigfoot though. Like
I might be a little
proportionally, you
overweight,
have the pot belly.
He's a baby sassafras.
Yeah.
So we're either shaved Bigfoots, Nurkic, or we're Nephilim or something.
Yeah, I feel like you're projecting. I really do. I feel like both of you would be projecting if you said that was me. That is more like both of you. First of all, Doug Tennapel is the only man who's actually taller than Nurkic. Is that true, or did I get that the wrong way?
I'm 1 inch taller. I'm 6'8". He's 6'7".
He has old man height. You know when you're old and you cling to the past and you're like, I'm 6'7", and then you really like shrunk like 4 inches.
No, dude, I swear, we'll meet in real life and we'll be able to slow dance. I'm telling you.
I don't think so. We're gonna be using some old-timey like abacus measurement or something. You're gonna be like 5'7", or it's not.
See, we're bears, and with the height thing, with like bears, like you always scratch the notch in the tree to see who's higher. The tall people, you always see the tall guy going there and be like, "Hey, I thought I was the tallest guy I know," and I'm that guy to Nurkic who like makes him. He's short to me. You're a little guy.
Does Nurkic have height envy? I mean, that's the thing.
I don't think he's taller than me. I think
he just told you how tall he is, and
that doesn't mean anything to me.
You think he's lying about his height? Why would
I think his memory's going. He's just living in the past. He probably still thinks he could fit into like his prom suit.
Look, I have proof. This is my mouse. Look at the size of my hand. Okay,
that's like a Mac mouse. Those
but
things
you won't even go on camera. You're probably a midget.
You
won't even go on camera. How do we know?
We don't know. I don't honestly know. To me, Nurkic sounds small. Like when you listen to him, he actually does kind of sound smaller. And when he says he's 6'7", I don't know what he means. Like I picture him just based on his voice. I mean, I picture him as being kind of the guy who, the Mowage guy from A Princess Bride. That's who I picture. I know I'm wrong.
Doug, aim your camera and go stand in your doorway.
Okay.
That's a good
one. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good.
By the way, Doug Tennapel's
Bigfoot
bill is up to $11,648 right now. We only need to get it to $15,000. That's when it's funded, but we're going to get it way past that.
Okay, this is
in the doorway of your weird vampire house.
This is a 10-foot doorway, so it's going to look long.
Oh, well, how convenient.
I know, right? Now you're going to become 4 feet tall. Hold on. I can't help it. I get decent square footage here in Tennessee, so I get big doorways.
That is a tall door.
It's nice. Oh, look, that looks short to me. I have to duck to get through my doors. Okay.
I have a 10-foot door.
That's not 10 foot. We have no evidence.
Well, you know
that's
what?
10 foot.
I didn't talk. Wait a minute. Okay, I gotta talk. I gotta make sound so the camera goes on. There you go. When I'm back there, Steve.
That door looks incredibly tall.
This is the height of
The only reason why I believe he might be tall is he has creepy Slender Man arms.
He had that door made for him, and like another one of him standing on his shoulders, though. That's a really weird door frame.
I know, it is huge. In this house, everything's like 10 and 12 foot tall doors. And
Do you have 12-foot ceilings?
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh my gosh.
I moved from LA and moved to Tennessee. You get it like a free giant house when you move to Tennessee from LA. And this house costs what my driveway cost in LA.
All right, let me read some super chats. Bagel Goose, $2. There better be Cecil in this stream. Cecil, I sent you the link. Come in here then. GRP poll. By the way, you're not. Well, we've got Nurkish. We don't really need Cecil, right?
We want funny.
We need Cecil.
No, we don't need Cecil. We have Nurkish. We have enough comedy.
Yeah, we get the funny one.
Cecil's not funny. He's chaos. So chaos is good in one way, but Nurkish is funny.
Nurkish is actually witty.
Cecil's chaos.
Yeah, I know. I just think that like Nurkish is actually legitimately intellectually funny. Yeah, and Cecil is. You're right. Chaos is a good word. So anyway, Cecil, we did send you the link, but you don't need to come in here.
Don't come in here, Cecil.
Yeah, you don't have to. That's fine. GRP Poll, thanks for $5. Hail Caesar. Can we get a shout out for a young centurion up and coming artist at Jacob 18R on Twitter? So at Jacob 18R. How you doing? JR, $5. Some dude's truck hit my neighbor's tree and smashed my car window. How much should I sue him?
Oh, this is my story. They just took my story.
It was just on his live stream.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened?
So here's what I got. I have a big oak tree in my front yard, and the branches hang off over to the state road. A semi drove by and hit the branch, and then it swung by and crashed into my neighbor's tree. And now he's saying we have to pay for it. And I said, I don't think so.
Well, what?
Do you know anything? Do you have lawyers in your audience, Ethan?
My dad's a lawyer. Yeah, you guys, if there's a lawyer in the audience right now, we've got 656 people here. Chances are like 400 of them are lawyers. So what do you guys think? Do you want to give Nurkish some advice for free?
Mouth breathers.
Probably not.
This is gonna be good.
Probably not. Let's see. Bagel Goose, $2. I see a distinct lack of Cecil. We already... Midnight Cherry TV, $5. Bigfoot backed. Hail Caesar, hail Nurkish, hail Doug, hail Denal. By the way, I didn't introduce everyone. Hail Ben, hail Cecil, hail Beep Boop Beep Nasser. In the live stream tonight, guys, those of you who are, I think now that we've got a significant number of people joining us, we've got Mike S. Miller. Mike S. Miller recently had finished his, it was just last night. Last night. We stayed up all night. We finished his incredible Indiegogo campaign, just one single month for Lone Star. What did you end up raising?
Last night, I think we were at 71,500, and now I'm at 72,900. So,
yeah, the store's still open if you want to buy it.
Still open.
I got a copy. I got it.
Yeah, I should put that in there. I just wanted to focus this.
This is about Doug.
Like laser on this.
Yeah, I'll put the link to Lone Star Heart of the Hero on Indiegogo in the chat in a minute after I get done introducing everybody. We got Ben Hennessy from Cautionary Comics.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Now Ben is another guy who you want to talk about people who look like Bigfoot. Ben.
Oh, I do.
Yeah, Ben is legitimately. I would, you know what? Unlike Nurkish, from what I picture, and unlike Doug, I would actually pay to see Ben fight a Bigfoot.
I would pay to see me fight a Bigfoot, and I would do so, sir. That would rock. That would be my last fight, but it would be the greatest match ever. I'd be legendary.
Stretch goals. Stretch goals.
Stretch goals. Yeah, I mean, I can totally picture that happening. I wouldn't know who to bet on.
I used to box a little bit, but I am afraid of bears naturally, so Bigfoot would have that edge on.
Yeah. Well, Bigfoot isn't a bear; he's an ape.
He looks fair enough like.
No, would you wrestle a mountain gorilla?
No. I know. I think the farthest I went was an 800-pound gator, and his name was Handsome, but that was in a controlled environment. No, those gorillas, man, those are strong. They rip your arms off.
How do you feel about what's your political? I'm going to ask you a political question.
Hit me.
Did Harambe do anything wrong?
I
Do you know what?
I don't. I'm not familiar.
You don't know who Harambe was? Harambe was a gorilla at the Cincinnati Zoo, I believe, and woman was not watching her kid, and the kid got into the gorilla cage.
And he grabbed him by the arm and started. He pulled him all over the cage, dragged him all over the place.
And they had to shoot the gorilla.
It sounds like you're trying to excuse why they killed Harambe, Doug. He was protecting the kid.
Was he protecting the kid?
Yeah.
By the way, Bigfoot Bill just jumped up to $12,592.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. That's so cool.
Awesome. We
so
are
cool.
very close to hitting that fixed goal, but we're going to go way beyond it. You know what Andrea said to me? My wife. She said, "Yeah." She's like, "I think it's going to outsell yours."
Oh man.
And I was like, "What kind of thing is that for you to say to me? Is that appropriate for a wife?
That's a wife's job. She's keeping you in check.
Is that what it is?
She's just yanking your chain. She's just.
I thought she was supposed to say no. Nobody's going to ever do better than you, and I'm supposed to say no. I really think Bigfoot Bill is going to do better than me. I don't know, honey. You're pretty great. Yeah. No, she just immediately goes right to. I think it's going to do way better than Cyberfrog.
My wife is not a fan. My wife is not a
fan. So you know.
Your wife isn't a fan of Bigfoot Bill?
My wife is not a fan of any of my work. Like really? Earthworm Jim, one part of the reason why I knew Earthworm Jim was I go like, okay, this is the thing we're going to bet on. This is the thing we're going to do. It's a worm in a super suit, and he's got superpowers, and he's an idiot. And she goes, that will never work. And then I knew I had gold.
Hey, speaking of, do you still talk to Ellis?
Ellis Goodson?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you know Ellis?
I was in a studio with him in the 90s. Sealum Studios?
Oh, yeah. Ellis is one of my best friends from Blue Sky Software. We worked in video games together, and he's the guy that I based Earthworm Jim's voice off of. So he would always go, hey there, Doug. He's an Okie, and he's one of the best pencil artists I've ever known. He's like a Bernie Wrightson, only not as tight. Like he's just Zen, Bernie Wrightson.
Yeah, I did a cover for his comic back in the 90s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have that. So we went paintballing once, Ellis and I did, and I shot. He was way off on a mountain, and I could see him looking the other way, and I fired off a shot, and I saw that bullet go right at him, and it got him right on the funny bone of his elbow, and he just yells out, "Ow!" And that's "ow" I do in Earthworm Jim. I'm imitating Ellis. So see, Mike Miller, this is such a weird small world. I had no idea you knew him.
That's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so let me introduce Donald. I'm sorry, I always want to call him Donal Delay. It is actually Donald Delay. Donald Delay, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, Donald.
Excellent stream.
Donald.
Yes.
Donald, this is box office gold.
What are you working on, Donald?
I'm working on Brutus with Nesser.
You're working on Brutus with Nasser.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look, he's back.
Okay. Let me ask Nasser. Nasser, tell me about what this thing that Donald is not telling us about. This must be.
This is falling out.
This is supposed to be about Doug tonight.
Well, it's going to be about Doug, but let me introduce you guys to the chat. I mean, Doug is raking in the cash. He just sold another few books, $12,719, 167 backers. Doug Tennapel's Bigfoot Bill graphic novel it just launched. Okay, it just launched today. This is a brand new Indiegogo. It's from the creator of Earthworm Jim. This is how fucking badass Comicsgate is. We have the creator of Earthworm Jim creating comics under our imaginary umbrella. It's not a real umbrella, is it? But it kind of is. And he has a new offering called Bigfoot Bill. It's the best video I've ever seen. That's what really sold my wife, by the way. She saw the video and she's like, how come his video rocks and yours? Wow, it's like Hollywood. And
none of our videos rock as much as Mitch's. You got to admit it. The Red Rooster video.
That one was pretty cool.
The back porch one.
No, that wasn't Mitch. That was Diversity.
Oh, that was Diversity. Okay, that's my favorite one yet.
Oh my god,
it makes me want to kill myself.
Is my favorite video.
That honestly, that made me want to kill myself too.
I'm going. How can he get so much money? I'm sitting here making this giant rock video, and this guy's gonna just plaster me.
Being a Nazi is how he makes so much money. You have to sell hate.
My stuff's not hateful enough.
Oh, well,
I'm
you're
working
never
on it,
gonna,
man. I'm
you're
working
never
on
gonna
it.
break the six figures then.
Well, I think he's gonna. I honestly think he's gonna. All right, so Nasser, you're doing a book with Donald. It's called Brutus. Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Brutus. It's
There you
about
go.
a bounty hunter, but
It's not called Rainbow Brutus, is it?
Oh,
no.
Yeah, he trademarked it. He got you.
It's
Here's some
It's called-
NyQuil. I feel like you're
it's
both
called Brutus the Badass.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very
he's
cool.
It's a action comedy sci-fi. He's an intergalactic bounty hunter who finds that his past comes to hunt him. And if you like books like Lobo and Deadpool and Scud the Disposable Assassin, this is probably a book you'll like.
nice.
Beautiful. That's a good pitch. Let me tell you something, Donald. You made the right choice working with Nasser. This is a guy who can sell a book. He can sell a book.
You know,
Very good.
speaking of Nasser, I found his old skin suit today while I was at the Midway. You want to see it real quick?
Yeah, let's see it.
Let's see. If
No, he just went off.
There
His
we go.
camera's off. What happened to him?
This was Nasser's old skin suit.
What the hell is that?
This
Hold
was
on.
before his recent upgrade.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Beep boop.
What is that? What's that from?
The Hall of Presidents? What is that? It looks like Scott Bakula. Is this a weird quantum leap?
Looks like
on the US Midway.
Beep 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 beep
Oh, Bridges.
beep beep.
500 sailors, chiefs, and officers aboard. It's my job to see that they're trained and ready to meet every mission we're
Oh,
called
is this
to.
Thunderbirds or whatever?
I just saw it and it reminded me of Nasser, so I had to record it.
Nasser, everyone in the chat is very upset with you. They're saying, get your hair cut.
I'm planning on it.
You are?
Yeah. I
When?
just didn't get around to it.
You didn't go to your interview with an unkept haircut, right?
Well, no, I put gel in it and I slicked it back. Right now, it's just messy hair.
Donald, what's the story with you and Nasser? How'd you find him? Was he a puppet that came to life? Where does he come from?
I spilled some Coke on my computer and it just came to life.
Oh,
Oh.
Glad you asked. Let's see. Doug, I loved your claymation work on the Neverhood, Skull Monkeys, and Armacrog. I tried telling you yesterday, but Mike missed my super chat. He really is hopeless without Edwin. That's Charles Cunningham. Thanks for $10 for the insult aimed at Mike. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I still haven't
Speaking
figured
of
out
haircut,
how to find all the super chats. Like, I'm a rookie. I just got them. I just got my super chats. Leave me alone.
Gojirified, thanks for $2. Back at $50. That's fantastic because we're about to break 13,000 in a few minutes. I'll bet we broke it just now. Did we? No, we didn't. But it's your turn to break 13,000. If you have not yet backed Bigfoot Bill, this is your opportunity to do so. It's at $12,943. It's the story of Bigfoot, and he's wearing a Kraken bodysuit. By the way, so his tentacles, this is already video game material.
it is. It's going to be an animated series, video game. I'm going to roll this thing out.
Why didn't I get like 1% of this?
hey, Doug,
That's what I'm going
I
to start
know.
doing.
I know.
I want 1% of everyone from Comicsgate. That's how I'm going to build my empire. I own 1% of everything that you guys do. Because imagine if you had 1% of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Imagine.
as the founder of Comicsgate, I do not approve of that, Ethan. That is not what Comicsgate is about. You're
Cut you
being a
in for
gatekeeper.
No, I'll cut you in for 1% of my 1%.
Okay,
and
I'm
we'll work
fine
it
with
out.
that.
Okay,
I
he's
get the
good. He's on board
1%
now.
of
He
your
changed his mind.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that now because I'm going to tell you something. I can picture this Bigfoot Bill as a fantastic video game that I will like to play with my friends and family and my children. I can picture the TV show. I can picture the action figure line. Will the tentacles be stretchy? Will they be made of a stretchy material?
Yeah.
Doug, if you need anybody in your Bigfoot Bill cartoon or video game to have a nasally monotone voice, I got you covered. Okay.
Oh no, you'd be great. You'd be a great. I work with the best. I've worked with Maurice LaMarche, Rob Paulson, Dan Castellaneta. I'd hire you as a voice actor in a second.
I only got this one bit though.
You got to get
normal
unionized. You got to get unionized. No, people with comedic chops who have original voice is what you want. You do fine.
Okay.
People are not happy that I asked for 1%. People said EVS is the mob. EVS thinks he's Jesus. Caesar demands tribute, plebs. EVS, you should have already gotten the contract signed in. Yeah, I know it's too late now. But from here on out, that's what
he doesn't charge friends. So you got to be friends.
Exactly.
My enemies.
Charge everyone else after me. Yeah, go ahead and charge them, Ethan.
So how do I convince my enemies to get in on this? That's the question. See, that's a catch-22. Let's see. Code Guide, thanks for $5. Mike is actually Mexican. Change my mind. Mike, can you prove that you're not Mexican?
Sí, senor.
Mike, I always thought you were Hispanic. I did.
I keep saying that.
Is it Nasser? Could you at least get to the microphone? Just get closer to the mic.
Mike doesn't
Okay,
seem
now
smart
what?
enough.
What is Nasser doing back there?
Yeah, come on now.
Nasser's sucking his thumb on camera. I don't know who.
I'm biting my
Do
nail.
I have to do some math or something? I don't know. What do I do?
Nasser, listen. I know you're not a cam girl. Stop sucking your thumb on the
I
camera.
was
The money's
biting my
coming.
nail.
He is a hot single in your area, though.
That is true. Well, Mike did not successfully convince Code Guy that he is not a Mexican at all. But he's not wearing his headscarf tonight, and that kind of bums me out. Will you put the headscarf on at any point tonight?
Yeah, the Karate Kid one.
Yes.
That's what we want.
He's not doing it.
I'm the Pope.
That's offensive. Cecil.
Yeah, let's move on to something unoffensive.
Well, okay, let me just check this here. By the way, Doug Tennapel's Bigfoot bill has just broken $13,128. This is awesome. We are now less than $2,000 away from the $15,000 fixed funding.
Cecil was one of my early donors, and I appreciate that.
Oh,
What
Cecil's
number
in
is
the
he?
chat.
Early backers.
What number?
First hour. Even
Yeah, I don't know how to look up the numbers, but I appreciate it.
Cecil, what number are you?
31.
I don't know.
Piece of shit.
He was
I would say in the 50s, something like that.
Oh, okay, I got you beat then, you idiot.
Hey, Cecil, did you back Stardust yet? There's
Don't.
only 24 hours left.
I've backed it more times than anyone. It's my third time now backing it. Cecil, Nasser, it's nice to see your face.
Did you just say your own name, Cecil?
Well, I'm reading off the screen.
How many times have we caught Cecil not being Cecil? It's pretty clear that Cecil has another identity.
He's gonna go on Doug's stream and drop the whole bit.
Oh,
So,
can you believe that?
yeah.
Yeah.
What the bit are you talking about?
Cecil, your name is not Cecil. What is your real name?
Cecilia.
Is that true? Are you secretly Cecilia?
Yeah.
No, I doubt it. Cecil,
no.
Cecil, how much of your identity? First of all, is that your real voice?
Is this my real voice? Yes.
That is definitely your real voice.
That sounds like a real voice.
Yeah. It's hard to get him to. Well, every now and then he drops it and he talks like this, and it's weird. It freaks you out. But I can't tell if that's fake or if this is fake. Cecil, do you have a name other than Cecil? You don't have to tell us what it is.
I don't know what's real anymore, Ethan.
Yeah. What'd you do today?
I was at a yacht club watching my nieces have a junior sailing regatta. It was a big event. They did very well.
Your life makes me want to vomit.
You are the wealthiest broke guy I've ever met in my life.
I gotta hang out with this guy, man. He's an enigma. He's intriguing.
I didn't spend a dime, but I drank. Yeah, I drank moderately. I didn't get drunk.
$13,445 for Doug Tennapel's Bigfoot.
Did he already beat you, Nasser?
No,
Okay.
he's close though. I'm at 14,318. So he's like just like $1,000 away, pretty much.
Nasser, but you realize that he's big time Hollywood, though, right? You're not.
Yeah,
like-
obviously, I'm not
Well,
done.
that's why Nasser pulled out the big guns and is now showing his face.
Yeah, he is. He's throwing down.
Time to shake that moneymaker.
Michael Blackson for £5 says, Cecil, hypothetically speaking, would you have sex with your dad to save your mom's life? That's a good question.
Oh no, this is a would you rather. This is would you rather game.
I mean, at this point in their lives, no, because my father, everybody would die like with no dignity, and they're already towards the end. Like, no, why would I what? At the end? It's like, here's my gift to you. All of our dignity's gone. Now go to the great beyond.
Well, your mom would be intact. Like, she'd still be fine. It'd just be you and your dad.
She would be fucking completely appalled with the whole situation.
She doesn't need to know about it.
I can't keep a secret.
No, okay. You just go blurt it out one Thanksgiving.
You'd have a defense. You'd say it was to save your life.
No.
I can't. Oh my God.
I'd let them both die.
Oh, damn you both. Oh God. You guys are.
I'd let them die with dignity.
Oh my God. GR people, thanks for $2. Caesar, why did you upload a video during stream? It wasn't my fault. It downloaded. It failed to download. I had to download it again. Sorry. Benjamin Random, thanks for $5. Hey Doug, you're a huge inspiration to me. You inspired my love of comics and monsters. Stay groovy, my dude.
My people, I appreciate that, man. You guys you're overwhelming me. You guys are crazy. But the early adopters are they just supercharge me, make me want to fight all the harder, make me want to do it all the harder, all the more.
What's your favorite monster? When did you realize that you liked monsters?
I was really into the slightly odd monsters. You know what I mean? So like the werewolf is not odd. And Frankenstein is not odd. Creature from the Black Lagoon is odd. Kind of outsider monster. Godzilla, Gamera, anything Ray Harryhausen animated. And even the real bad creature sci-fi movies like Mushroom People. I like The Fly. But probably my favorite, I mean, it's just it's hard to narrow it down to one. Like, what is the greatest monster ever?
Michael Jackson.
Wait, what did Nurkish say? Nurkish said
I said you. Michael Jackson's better, though. Whoever said that.
Yeah, I know. He got you.
Yeah. No, that wasn't me.
That was good. Okay, Michael Jackson. he makes a compelling point, but probably like John Carpenter's Thing, I think, is pretty good. I like the Blob is good. Those are horrifying if you think of them.
Yeah. What about
you like that weird smoke monster from Fantastic Four?
I don't know
Galactus.
Did I miss that?
He doesn't even know. He's so old. He doesn't even know what you're talking about, Mike.
What about Nurkish? What about Horror of Party Beach? That monster with the people.
Yeah, it sucks you down into the sand.
With all the hot dogs in his mouth.
Yeah. He's like,
right.
I love hot dogs.
Sodium.
Wasn't that called Blood Beach?
No.
It's a Mystery Science Theater episode. We could have Mike Nelson on here and talk about that. That kind of like wackadoo monster that like they'd have to create really quickly on the fly. Who did all those? It was Bird Eye Gordon. You like that kind of stuff? Are you into old like silly creepy movies from the 50s?
No, not really. I do like the not silly creepy. Like Them takes itself very seriously. Outer Limits episodes like Xanti Misfits and what is it? Architects of Destruction or whatever it is. What is it? Outer Limits episodes, Twilight Zone. Like that's some of the best writing TV's ever had.
You like Twilight Zone better than Outer Limits?
I do.
Of course. What about you, Nurkish?
Yeah, Twilight Zone all the way. Outer Limits was all right, but it was always more of a novelty to me. I was like,
Did you see him quickly cover? He was about to go the other way.
No, I don't.
I'm Outer Limits guy. I'm an Outer Limits guy.
You know what? I still haven't seen all of Outer Limits. I've seen every Twilight Zone 5 times, but I've sat through because I have the Blu-ray, so I just watch them. But like I have the Outer Limits complete series, and I can't get through it. I tried
to watch Outer Limits. I didn't really like it.
Outer Limits
about
is sci-fi,
space, right?
but Outer Limits is sci-fi, but Twilight Zone is more like their morality tales.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Yeah. Here's a question for you. Do you believe in ghosts?
I do not.
Did you ever?
I mean, as a kid, I'm terrified of ghosts. Even now, I don't believe in them.
And you don't believe in aliens?
I definitely don't believe in aliens.
Why not?
I think they're nearly an impossibility.
Really?
No.
Nasser's right in this chat. That's offensive.
Man.
Here's the thing. They were either made by God or they evolved on their own separately on another planet.
Right.
The
So you're
evolutionary numbers for life to happen twice in the same universe, I think it's mathematically impossible. Like you believe in unicorns if you believe in aliens.
But what about Smoke Galactus from that awful Fantastic Four movie? I mean, that's what
I'm too old. I'm too old.
Yeah, I just I don't believe in aliens either. I don't know why people, and yet I hear about the UFO phenomenon, and I'm kind of like intrigued, but also bored. Like, you know, at the same time, like if aliens did land, I'd be bored of them almost instantly.
Yeah,
I'd be completely bored.
Started eating you.
Well, I mean, you know, if they gave me something to worry about, but I mean, if it was just like, hey, we found like if they found life on Mars, I'd be like, oh, whatever. Like you'd be interested for like one day, and then the next day you'd be like, yeah, there's life on Mars. Anyway, moving on, right? I mean, or wrong.
So wait, compare that to Bigfoot. Speaking of Bigfoot Bill, the comic book by the creator of Earthworm Jim.
No, your version of Bigfoot is good. I could give a damn if Bigfoot's real.
Yeah, but here's the thing. We have hard evidence for Bigfoot Bill to some degree. They have at least alleged foot castings. They have hair samples where they can't track the DNA. They have recordings of his calls and voices at night that they can't track to any animals. They have
people.
What's that?
Except people who made those sounds.
We have that one color footage from the 60s of him walking and he's looking backwards. And they
love that footage. By the way, it's an amazing coincidence, isn't it, that the guy who caught that footage was out there trying to make a documentary about Bigfoot? Like he was going to make a little documentary about Bigfoot, and then he just happened to stumble along that footage to get that footage. That's amazing.
It's called serendipity.
It is it's serendipity. Never has there been such a serendipitous event.
Ethan, how would you feel about aliens if they came to Earth and became police officers and got drunk off of milk? Would you?
That's Alien Nation.
Great.
Hey, I had Patricia Heaton. I had Patricia Heaton on my channel yesterday.
Was she on Alien Nation?
She was. She was on the She was on the Alien Nation TV series. So see, it's all one big circle.
As what?
I called him Neckish again. It's Nerkish.
Nerdy jerk.
A nerd jerk.
That's
but I called him Neckish when I first stored his name in my head, and now that's what it's going to be.
I just let him do it because, you know, I felt bad.
Because he's Doug Tennapel.
Well, no, he's also, it's like you don't correct your grandpa when he calls you your cousin's name. You're like, okay.
Yeah. He's going to take me out to the field and shoot me. Do you see the rabbits, Doug? I see the rabbits.
Well, that's what I'm trying to go to Tennessee and then just assume your life because we're almost the same height. So I'll just grow a goatee out and then kill you and then become Doug.
Yeah, you'll be like me.
That's
it's like Dread. You'll be my. It's like Dread Pirate Roberts. You can take over all my life, do all the work, all my career, and just be the Doug Tennapel.
Exactly.
Good idea.
$13,994 right now. That's a good reason to take over Doug Tennapel's. Oh no, $14,000. We just broke $14,000.
Who's my $14? Who put it over the top?
You would know. I wouldn't know.
I don't even know how to look at all those metrics. I'm so stupid. What do I need to know about how to run an Indiegogo campaign, Ethan? What am I?
Well, I mean, if I were you, I would get my wife involved in that stuff so that you could just be the creative. I mean, Andrea is up there right now going through. By the way, I mean, she's going through the list of orders, and she's like, they're all wrong. All these addresses are wrong. She's fixing everything up there, and she's got it all out on a spreadsheet. She's ready to go. And I don't have to. All I have to do is draw frogs. That's all I need to be doing, and sell frogs. Sell frogs, draw frogs. But she's going to do everything else, and then eventually I'm going to have to pack it. But you guys, this is going to be a joint. This is going to be a husband and wife.
It is. The beloved Miss Tennapel already runs the books for the house, so she's already she's that hemisphere of the brain. So I could easily get her in on this. She'll manage it.
Yeah, you have to. You absolutely have to. So that should make it a little bit easier for you. Just focus on drawing Bigfoots and Loch Ness monsters and blood sucking. What the fuck is with excuse my language? Chupacabra.
Yeah,
what is that?
Ask Mike Miller. He's the Hispanic.
Chupacabra.
Mike S. Miller, where in God's plan does Chupacabra fit in?
The chupacabra or goat sucker is
you saw one at the dumpster behind Bennigan once.
And it's
that was
It makes the delicious tacos. Goat sucker make delicious tacos. So give it a try.
You'll see on the artwork, I have him eating a taco. I wasn't brave enough to put a sombrero on him. And he's wearing a little Mac and Me, like a Goodwill T-shirt you'd find in the Goodwill store.
Oh my God.
Cucked out, Doug. You had to put a sombrero on him. Come on.
I'm gonna go get my sombrero if you guys don't knock it off.
Oh, please have him say things like it's dawn. It's time for me to take a siesta. Please have him say things like that.
He's gonna say some pretty jacked up stuff.
So funny. I never thought of that. Nasser needs to go to Stabby Cuts. Says go Girify for $2. Nasser, they're suggesting that you go to the same barber that Zach went to of Diversity in Comics, get stabbed in the back of the neck, and then you get a free $6 haircut. Well, it's free, but it would have been $6. How do you feel about that?
I love free stuff.
Yeah.
Even if it's a bad haircut.
It's just a neck wound. It's just a slight neck wound. CR Whiskey, $1.99. Backed it at 172. Start drawing, Doug.
Oh, my people. Yeah, I have to start drawing before the campaign ends. I actually have to start banging out pages, so I'm going to do those live, too.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. Gojirify. Nurkish is Doug's bear cub. Interesting.
I don't know what that means.
Well, it means you're like a little tiny version. You're like his son.
I'm 52. He could have been my son.
I thought that was like a gay thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. Do you think it's gay?
I think, bears and stuff. Oh, now we're both doing.
Oh,
Wait,
Bear Cub is
that's
in
not
quotes.
Mike.
Yeah, Bear Cub was in quotes.
Where's Mike?
I thought he got young for a second, but I think that might be his
there
kid.
he is.
I wonder. His kids always come in and sit down in front of the computer. It's really
That's his
unsettling.
son, young Lee.
It's really unsettling for the crowd. All right, creepy little book, $5. Uncle E, if you like cryptids, what's a cryptid?
You just said you were into that, Ethan.
Cryptozoology.
It's plural for cryptozoology. They're cryptids.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was called. UFOs and other unexplained phenomena. You might like my channel, the creepy little book. Well, I'll look at it. I probably will like your channel. There's one called Nightmare Expo, a great channel. Nightmare Expo is legitimately pretty unsettling, and it explores unsolved and creepy kind of phenomenon that mostly disappearances and things. Like it almost verges into true crime. It's really upsetting. So I love that channel. I'll go check out.
Yeah, I've actually seen his channel, Creepy Little Book. It's kind of cool. He picks like a topic each time, and like it's almost like remember that Leonard Nimoy show? What the hell was that?
They're bringing that back.
In search of, and they're using the new Spock as being the new host for Leonard Nimoy.
I got you, Mike. I see you, buddy.
Here's the thing about that. I don't. In Search Of was the opposite of Penn and Teller's bullshit.
Yeah.
It is really weird. It's like if you watch In Search Of now, they're completely credulous about absolutely everything. Can plants hear us talk?
Yeah.
Can they?
I love that one. I remember that episode.
Oh my God.
Ethan, wait a minute.
What?
Am I the only one that noticed this? Listen to the theme song of In Search Of.
Is it Star Trek?
No, it sounds like that Steve Miller song. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Are you stoned right now?
That is In Search Of. No, if you listen to those two theme songs, shut up, man, I'm being serious.
That called something like "Come On and Do It"?
Yeah, that one. It sounds like the In Search Of theme song.
Is that it called? Swingtown?
Yeah, Swingtown.
I'll listen to the two of them. I've got the In Search Of box set. I watched every single one of those, every single one of them episodes. I was just like, this is all such like this is packed with lies. But you know what? I miss it. Like I miss the 1970s and the early.
It was on
80s.
right after the Gong Show.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think it was on a Sunday night. It was so good. The Unexplained Phenomenon.
Doug, do you remember a show called That's Incredible?
Oh yeah, I love that one. With Gifford, Fran Tarkenton, right?
It might have been Fran Tarkenton, but I mean, I just remember watching that every night when I was a kid.
Skip Stevens, yeah. Sarah Purcell was the lady on that.
They had a naked Asian man. I was gonna say Chinaman to be like Big Lebowski. I check it out.
Yeah.
They had a naked Asian guy get into a plastic box. Like that was his whole stunt. Like he could squeeze into a clear plastic box that was It wasn't that big. I mean, it was pretty small, like the size of a little mini fridge.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that as a kid and being like, "What the hell?" And the whole box was packed with his meat. Like he folded himself into
He
this
was
box.
a human cube.
Where were you watching this as a kid?
Yeah,
it was on.
It was like a #1 show on Wednesday nights.
Where a
It was
naked
big.
man got into a box.
Yeah.
I don't
It's like
know
the
what
late
that-
70s, early 80s, right?
That explains a lot about
like
the kids
like
who grew up.
1981. Okay, it was like you'd watch that, then you'd watch the Incredible Hulk and Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it was. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I love that 70s TV, 80s TV stuff is great.
People believed in that. First of all, the Gong Show needs to come out in DVD. I got to see.
Chuck Barris.
You can watch it on YouTube. I've watched it.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to see some Gong Show. My mom wouldn't let me watch that.
We need to bring that back.
They are.
Are they?
They already
It's a
did.
talk show
It's,
and
it's terrible. And Match Game PM.
yeah.
No, I don't want to see that. Match Game has to exist in the 70s. It has to be orange and yellow.
Yeah. They kept the same set and they brought in. It's just terrible. You got to watch it. It's a car wreck.
Really?
It's a car wreck. Yeah.
Ethan, you could do a sort of a Gong Show on this where you just invite people on here and then boot them when they say something stupid.
I would do that. You know what? Here's the thing about conventions, comic conventions that pissed me off. Like every single time Wizard Magazine, Wizard World would do a comic book convention, they would come to me and say, "How can we make our conventions better?" Because I would go to all their conventions and I would say, "What you guys need to do is stop doing panels. Panels are boring. Nobody wants to go to it. They just go to panels."
It's true.
And nobody has anything to say. Everyone feels awkward. It's stupid. I say, get up there and do Pictionary, do game shows. Now, if you had comic book artists like me and Doug, to a lesser degree, Mike Miller, if you did game shows like Pictionary, and you had me and Mike up there
With this hat for you, Ethan.
and you had you pulled people out of the crowd like it was The Price is Right. And you just said, "Hey, come on up here. There are three of you, and whoever guesses what's being drawn first, or whatever it is, I don't know, gets a comic book."
Gets a comic book.
They're prizes. They're prizes. Make it like it. These panel discussions are really stupid, but people will come in, drop $1 for a ticket to sit in the audience, and then actually be part of a kind of a game show.
That's a really cool idea.
Everybody would do it. And they kept going, "That's really great. The logistics of that, though." I'm like, what are the logistics? A pad of paper and a roll of tickets.
Yeah. And now they all turned into like feminist algebra studies in academia.
Oh,
the titles of them all are like just a laundry list of everything. Transgender, trans species in comics. And
Why do people want to sit through that?
Nobody does. Nobody goes to those ones.
Comicsgate has its first convention, and there will be. We're going to do a Comicsgate convention. We're going to have it centrally located, maybe in Texas. Everybody, it'll just be one convention for a weekend. No SJWs unless they buy a ticket, and then they're going to be heavily screened. But we'll do stuff like that. No, we'll have one panel discussion, but most of them will be game shows. It's going to be fun. Just have fun with comics again. What's so wrong with that? Bigfoot Bill right now kicking some ass. Let me just refresh this. It's way into $14,000 right now. $14,289.
We're about to do it on the first day. Ethan.
First day.
How long's it been up?
Today.
I launched today at 11:30, I think, with Mitch and the guys. I think it was 11:30 or 12. No, it was 12. It was 12 noon today.
8 hours. Wow, that's fast.
Cecil, I have a dream that you and I make more money than any of these people.
That would
just to spit in their
no
face.
justice in the universe if that happens. Is absolutely no. Forget it. Doug will become an atheist.
I'm sorry, Nasser's vacuuming. Let's hold on. You and I are talking, but Nasser's doing.
Nasser, could you not interrupt our guests, please?
Could you not transform into a vacuum, please? I want to make more money just to spit on everybody's dreams. That's really all I want.
It would be a total travesty. I'm all for it.
Okay.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you have a list? Why don't you have a chart somewhere, of all of the Comicsgaters and how much they made?
Oh, like a hit list?
Kind of like a hit list, but a respective ladder that you're climbing.
I think John Rose made a list.
Of course, I'll be at the top.
It's on whatiscomicsgate.com. There's a link to it on whatiscomicsgate.com.
And then once we pass them, we'll have them on
cross
to
them
laugh
off.
at them.
Yeah, you
No, I
cross them
wanna
off,
see
you
them
mock
cry.
them, belittle them, scorn
Yeah, we
them.
cross them off on air.
First
Yeah.
up is going to be Nasser. Can he cry? Is the question. Does he
And a
experience
robot
emotion?
cry.
I think Cash Grab's going to be a hit.
I do too. There's no telling. I honestly think Bigfoot Bill and Cash Grab are going to go pretty far. They're both really appealing ideas, and here's the thing: you can sell ideas that are appealing. I know it's hard to believe, comics, but it works.
No, it's all got to be propaganda.
No, does it in this day and age? I think so, but it seems to be that way. But no, you can.
I'm going to push an environmentalist message in my book. It'll be underneath. You won't notice it, but
It'll be the subtext.
But it'll be
very strong. Also, I deleted. I did a whole thing where we interviewed Tim Doyle yesterday, and I deleted it today after I saw his ass on the internet, and I rewrote everything.
Oh
Well,
my
no,
god!
yeah, I told you
dude.
we have to.
Where did that ass photo come from? What is going
That
on?
umbrella guy's wife found it on the internet.
God damn, that's disturbing.
He has the body of Danny DeVito.
What did she put into the search bar to find that?
Tim Doyle's ass.
Oh, we should have thought of that.
It's his legs are like 14 inches long. It's so weird. His whole
Oh.
body is long, and he's got like baby legs.
You guys look almost identical, Cecil.
No,
Do you have baby legs, Cecil?
I am Tim Doyle. That's the big gag.
That's the gag. He's
That would be great.
Listen, Hang Solo, thanks for $5. Have any of you seen the documentary from 1972, The Legend of Boggy Creek? It's on YouTube.
Yes.
I saw,
that's-
and the legend continues.
That's the scary Bigfoot one. That is scary. The Legend of Boggy Creek. It was theatrical.
Really?
Yeah.
So I didn't even know there was a legend of Boggy Creek. I just assumed "and the legend continues" was some sort of nonsense about a movie that never existed. So there you go.
So it was real.
Yeah.
Yanni Huel, thanks for 20 pesos. Doug Spagepple. Spagepple. Sly Marbo, thanks for $5. I'd hate to go to dinner with Donald and Nasser. I wouldn't be able to get a word in edgewise. I know.
It'd just be a bunch of
Hard to
ones and
speak when there's so
zeros
many of us.
in your head, right?
I don't know what y'all's problem is. They've been transmitting thoughts ever since this live stream started.
What are
I'm
they
just
saying?
I forgot you were there too. I'm sorry.
I'm just a shy person. What can I say?
Why is Mike wearing... What is Mike wearing?
I like it. He looks like a Shogun Warrior action figure.
I'm supposed to be proving I'm Japanese, right?
Oh, is it Japanese? From here, you look like Cleopatra.
Oh, that's just so good. There you go. Yeah, nice.
It almost looks like if the ring goes all the way around, because you can't tell where it ends, it's almost like an Aztec outfit, which a Hispanic guy might
No.
go for. Like
You
an
look like a
Aztec.
samurai essay.
No, you look like Elizabeth Taylor as Cleopatra. In
How many children are walking around in the background of your house? How many children do you have?
All of the children are.
Naked?
It looks like Angelina Jolie's house.
I'm gonna turn my camera off because one of the kids is naked. So
Oh boy. You're not helping. Don't Hispanic people have a lot of kids? I see them running around at Kohl's at 11:30 p.m. So I imagine they have a lot of them.
Yeah, that's true. Do Asian people have a lot of kids? They don't really have many
What are you
kids. Do
talking
they?
about, Ethan? There's a billion Chinese people, and they're only allowed to have one kid each. Of course, they have a lot of kids.
No, and families. They don't have big families though. If they have one kid each, I don't know. Whatever. Point is, yeah, Mike is not helping his case. Gojirify $2. Nasser needs to go to Stabby Cuts. Jake Beal $2. Nasser is a munchie.
Remember Monchichi?
All right. Yeah, because you're sucking your thumb and you have a whole mop of dark hair on your head. Somebody said that you look like a munchie.
I was biting my nails. I wasn't sucking my thumb.
Well,
Monchichi,
styled,
Monchichi.
Nasser, you could be
so
styled.
soft and cuddly.
with a thumb and a mouth. You're really neat. Something.
Lot to wiggle his little.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this is what dementia's like.
Happy Monchichi.
He used
I know
to
every
make Earthworm
commercial.
Jim, and now he just sings the Munchichi
I
song.
watched so many commercials when I grew up. Like I know them all like the back of my hand. So when someone says Monchichi, that's so obscure. I haven't heard that name in forever.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Doug Tennapel. Tonight is his night. Today he launched Doug Tennapel's Bigfoot Bill. It's a brand new comic book that he's starting. Doug Tennapel, in case you don't know, Doug Tennapel is the guy who created Earthworm Jim back in the 90s. Earthworm Jim went on to become an extremely popular video game that my brother played, wouldn't let me play, because he said, "It's mine. It's my Sega." Was it Sega Genesis?
Sega Genesis, yeah.
Yeah, it's my Sega Genesis. Santa brought it for me. I said, you know what it said? It said for the Van Sciver boys on the tag. It said for the Van, but he claimed
the oldest.
He was saying you're not a boy.
Wait, were
Exactly.
you the oldest?
You're
Ethan?
trans.
Yeah, I was the oldest, but I got my own thing.
You were getting cucked. You were getting cucked by a younger brother.
Yeah, I didn't think
Sorry.
of it.
Ethan's he's going fetal. He's curling.
I didn't rerealize that.
He's going back. He's going back.
Assuming your gender.
Yeah,
Return
older.
all of your
You'd be able
cyber
to-
frog.
you'd be able to punch your way into anything.
I mean, I could have kicked his ass if I wanted. He's my little brother. He wasn't that big.
Obviously, he didn't think so because you
He
were
wasn't
begging.
bigger than me. I could have beat his ass, but I'm just saying, he should have given me permission because I was his older brother.
You don't need permission from your younger brother. That's
That's not the way it works.
Bigfootville is up on Indiegogo right now. It's doing really, really well. He's just looking for $15,000 to get funded, but obviously you guys are going to do better than that for him. $14,424 right now. The link is in the description. You do want to get a copy of these books. Here's the thing. Let me just compare it to this. People are asking me now. They're like, Ethan, how can I get Cyberfrog Blood Honey? You can't get it. It's over. The Indiegogo campaign for Cyberfrog Blood Honey is over, and at this point, I can't help you. This is going to be kind of the same circumstance with Bigfoot Bill. It is a limited run engagement on Indiegogo. When it goes to print, I'm pretty sure that's going to be it. At least in this format. You do want to get one of the original first run Bigfoot Bills autographed. They're all autographed. You want to get Doug Tennapel to sign your copy of Bigfoot Bill #1. This is your chance to get in on the ground floor of a brand new creation.
It's one of the few comics that I'll sign. Even I have hundreds of thousands of books out there through Image and Scholastic. I've got 16 books out. Very few of them are signed because I don't go to cons. I don't con and I don't run tables and do signings. So
no,
the only way I sign them is through my this crowdfunding. So this is the best way to get a signed book from me. If you don't know me, this is how you get one.
And there's touches up and open pages. It was pretty awesome. I jumped in early. There's some great tiers on there. Hey, Doug, congratulations, everybody. I'm going to bounce, but wanted to make sure I supported.
Ben, thanks for coming in early too. I saw you show up on that stream, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, I love the original art. I'm a huge fan, and I might be upgrading here pretty soon. So.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, get it done, guys. We're this close right now. $14,459, and that is partially thanks to Ben Hennessy. Ben, thank you for coming in tonight.
See you, Ben.
Yep.
So the link is in the description if you want to support Bigfoot Bill, Doug Tennapel's new graphic novel. He's the creator of Earthworm Jim. It is the story of Bigfoot teaming up with the Kraken to battle Poseidon. And I don't know why you wouldn't want to fucking read that. Of course you would. Look, it jumped up again, $14,516. We are now less than $500 away from being fully funded. That's how we do things. TPQ says, can we get EBS's brother on? You want my brother Micah on? And by the way, he is. He's not even my next youngest brother. I have a brother Josiah who's a year and a half younger than me, and then there's Micah. Yeah,
I have one of my kids is Micah, and the youngest is Josiah.
Well, because you name from the Bible too, just like my parents did.
You guys all sound like the children of the corn.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't like it.
Well, it isn't unlike Children of the Corn. I mean, look, I've got a brother named Noah, obviously. Noah and his ark, and then I've got a brother Jonah beneath him.
Everybody's name is the weird kid in the class.
Yeah.
Edwin.
Jonah. I said, don't date a fat girl, Jonah. Whatever you do.
Yeah, Meshach. Pass the mustard, Meshach.
Oh my God, we nearly got to that point. We nearly got to
you were almost running out of all the normal names.
Do you have a Malachi? Is that one?
Malachi, from Children of the Corn.
He's the Italian prophet, Malachi.
Cecil, hypothetically speaking, I already read that one, but that was a good answer. Darth Bobcat, thanks for $5. When Bigfoot Bill is a cartoon, can he be Dan Castellaneta? How do you pronounce that?
Dan Castellaneta, who did Homer Simpson's voice, did Earthworm Jim's original voice in the cartoon.
How about that? Will we be able to get him? Probably not. Probably
No.
Probably not. Yeah, after Earthworm Jim, he didn't do any other cartoon voices, so we broke him.
That's nice.
No, he does Homer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm saying he did Homer before that, and he was kind of still trying out other material in case
30 years
ever
of
died.
Simpson money. He's not fucking doing anything.
Nobody watches that. No one cares about this.
Nobody watches The Simpsons. It's dead.
It's
That
still
show is
on.
dead.
It's the Lucille Ball show of this generation now. It's so old.
Doug, why
Yeah.
did you include that picture of you with long hair on your
Oh,
Indiegogo?
I thought it was funny.
Okay, all right. You
Why
look
you
like
ask?
Mike Patton from Faith No More. So.
Let me see.
Let me get on it.
Yeah, what
like
is that, dude?
Like
What
that. He's Mr. Bungles.
Yeah.
How old were you in that picture, Doug?
That was right. That was right around right before I made Earthworm Jim. So that was I was probably 24,
Yeah.
just a kid.
What was
Just
it like
a-
living in black and white?
Yeah, things were all sepia back then. Here. Can you see this? Can you see that right there? Look at that. That's me.
Mm-hmm.
Me and my wife back in the day. The beloved Miss Tennapel.
I like that. Prime
Yeah.
right there.
Want it all.
Yeah, it's it.
My left ear was double pierced too.
Oh, dude, you're not one of those old people that still have ear piercings.
Oh no, like Kevin Murphy. We're gonna get on him about that.
Or Harrison Ford.
Harrison
Come
Well,
on.
I got Harrison Ford. Who's the other one? Alfred from the
Oh.
Batman series.
Mr. Clean.
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say no. Michael Caine is. I was gonna say, don't say that about Michael Caine.
No, Morgan Freeman was. Right?
He's not. He's not Alfred. He's I can't think of it off the top of my head.
What's
Ethan,
his
you
name?
know this?
He was the guy who designed
Lucius.
all the weapons.
Yeah, he's Lucius or whatever.
Yeah.
Cecil, will you exile anyone, Nasser in parentheses, who cannot deliver on their campaign? That's the Dallas Deadeye for $5.
If he doesn't deliver at all, I'd be more proud of him. That means he got the money, he spent it on a proper haircut and maybe some clothes and got laid. I would be happy if he never sent out a book.
I'd be happy if that all had to do.
That's very good. Nasser,
John
thank
Eagle,
you.
thanks for 20 pesos. DT, unicorns are biblical. Hello, aliens. Mike S. Miller, our biblical scholar. Where are unicorns in the Bible?
They're called rhinoceroses now.
That's gay.
This is
Why? The unicorn is never described as a freaking horse. It's just a unicorn, and it's a huge, powerful creature. So, what is a one-horned, huge, powerful creature?
A unicorn.
Baby.
rhinoceros.
No,
A rhinoceros.
no, that's stupid. You're saying old-timey people confused? They didn't know what horses looked like?
They
It's
didn't.
a horse with a
That's what I'm
horn.
saying. Unicorns were never described as horses in the
Maybe
Bible.
they was
What
slaughtered.
about the rainbows, Mike? Say about the rainbows and the sparkles.
When did biblical people go to South Africa to see rhinos?
Exactly. They're not going near that gross
What are you
crap.
talking about? No, dude.
What are you talking about? Egypt is in Africa. Half the Bible takes place in Egypt.
No, yeah, but they're
Yeah,
not
but
going
Cecil,
all the
they're
way.
no
Oh,
rhinos
Cecil
in-
throwing down the Old Testament on Nurkish.
Dude, it wasn't all freaking like back then. It wasn't all desert like it is now. I mean, there was,
Don't listen
Yeah,
to
because
people,
of the aliens.
friends. There are no unicorns in the Bible.
yeah, there are.
No, they're not.
They are
Yes,
mentioned.
Doug, you don't know anything about
We're
the
gonna
Bible.
create a
Unicorns
schism.
are mentioned in the Bible. It's true.
I'm starting a schism right now between me and Mike Miller.
I haven't decided what side I'm on. So
all right, it's
I
not
went to
that
Bible
complex.
camp. So you
My
guys-
favorite
my
favorite
parents
thing is the
freaked me out.
centaurs in the Bible.
all right, hang on a second. Let me organize this discussion because everybody's talking over each other. First of all, welcome, Edwin.
Aloha.
Aloha. So we're talking about whether or not unicorns are in the Bible. Now, Nurkish, do you have a position on this?
Yes, I like the centaurs. I think unicorns are real. I don't think that Christians went to the gross parts of Africa or anything like that. I don't think they went too far south. I think it was
South Africa's beautiful.
no, it's disgusting. Sashi tells me about it all the time. They live in houses that have cages around them. Nothing
That's
is beautiful.
That is true. They do that because they have they don't have police like public police. They have private police
That are a
security
bunch
forces.
of lions.
And
Packs of lions are their police force.
no,
All right, hold on.
Have
Unicorns are
any
numbered.
of you ever
Unicorn?
actually read a Bible? Because
I know,
the
right?
word unicorn is used 9 times in the Old Testament.
That's
Dog.
true.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only said
No.
6. Numbers 23:22, Numbers 24:8, Job 39:9, Job 39:10,
got
Psalms
Psalms?
29:6, and Psalms 92:10.
Doug, are they
Thank you.
schooling you on religion?
No,
You were
they're
supposed to be my authority on this.
Absolutely not. I'm
No.
telling you, it is
What
not in the
Bible are you reading?
I went to Bible camp. My parents thought I was gay. They made me go to Bible camp every summer.
And
They
they're
talked about
always-
unicorns. That
they're
maybe they
always-
say
Psalms,
it's-
talking
Psalms
about everything.
92, it's actually a beautiful passage.
They're always referred to as being a symbol of strength.
Did
So-
Jesus write one? That's what
Let me break in here for just 1 minute.
Oh, Lord.
Hold on. Doug Tennapel's Bigfoot bill, $14,912.
Oh, we're on the edge.
It's amazing.
We're $88 away from funding. So let's okay, back to the unicorns in the Bible.
Yeah.
Oh my God, no, we did it. We did it. We did it.
Congratulations, Doug.
$15,132, everyone.
Thanks,
We did it.
guys.
Well
Bigfoot
done.
Bill is funded from here on out. We are going to go to the moon with Bigfoot Bill. Link is in the description, everybody. So go ahead and get a copy of Bigfoot Bill sent your way.
First day, baby. First day.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe it.
All right.
You guys your generosity is just nuts. This is you guys are the first dollar in, man. This is nuts.
Fantastic.
I'm not going to let you down either. I'm going to do this thing right.
Yeah.
Just keep in mind that Doug does not believe in unicorns.
They come from eggs, Doug.
Unicorn eggs.
Yeah. Yeah. Pokemon's in the Bible too.
No, the unicorns were killed
Now you're
because
just being
their horns had magical powers. Everybody knows that.
Okay, here's an example of one of the Bible scriptures that they brought up. Numbers 23:22. God brought them out of Egypt. He hath, as it were, the strength of an unicorn.
Yes.
You rode a unicorn like
That is not unicorns are real.
No.
Yeah.
It's like saying he has when I say he has the strength of a dragon, I'm
Yeah, he
not
has
making
dragon
a defense
So-
that dragons are real.
Dragons were real.
Doug, how many times in the Bible they mention other mythical?
No, but that doesn't mean they weren't dragons.
I'm sorry, Cecil.
But they don't really mention other mythical animals.
No.
They have the Leviathan. They have a lot of animals that they.
Oh, you don't
mention
believe in the Leviathan?
I'm
You don't believe in Revelations? You think that's what-
La-di-da.
I'm saying I don't know what they are, but there's no way that you can say just because they brought up a Leviathan, therefore like that is Loch Ness. It's like, no, I don't know that. It brings up the Leviathan.
Well, no, you don't know what it is, but it's not being used metaphorically. It's being used as an example of an animal.
It's
That's
not.
badass.
Read about Leviathan. I'm going to
I
read
don't
about.
want to teach you guys how to do Bible in
No,
context
no.
stuff.
You have to. You're in the chat. You're trapped.
Okay.
Mike S. Miller, read about
Yeah.
Leviathan and explain to Doug why Leviathan's real.
Because it's not used as a metaphor. It's used
That's
as
not the Bible. Read the Bible.
He's my favorite summon creature, by the way, Leviathan.
I just like it because he's got Ethan in his name.
When the Bible
I like
says,
it
did
because
you
I
put
call
the
it-
ring in the nose of the Leviathan when it had the smoke coming out of its nose? That is a hypothetical. For all we know,
Where does it say that it's hypothetical?
it doesn't. It's the way it's used is how you know the context. You can't argue anything but the way it's used, and the way it's used is to describe the most epic form of power that you can to describe God's power. It's
No,
not-
but God is describing a creature that He created. That
It
man
doesn't matter if he created it or not. It's like saying God is so strong he could tear your arms off like Chewbacca. And then all my people are going, did you hear that? Doug said he believes in Chewbacca.
He does, though.
No,
You just
no,
said
you're missing the point.
I've seen him in movies. I know he's real.
I've seen Chewbacca in like a bunch of movies.
There were
What
giants
about
in the
these-
earth in
It
those
says
days.
Jesus is the Lamb of God, so he's a lamb.
And where did you find this guy?
And we should feed him hay and put him in a pen when it says the lamb.
What do unicorns eat, Doug?
What do they eat?
Hopes and dreams.
Did Jesus have a pet unicorn, is what I'm asking.
Unicorns eat Lucky Charms.
Okay. That's how Jesus did all those things, is through the unicorn's power. I heard their horns are magical.
Oh, heresy.
Yeah, I know. See what you guys did? You started bringing up all this unicorn crap.
Mike, why don't you have a Bible handy?
I
well,
do,
he
but
does.
I
He
can't just
does.
look at- I have it
It's
on
regional. It's just a regional thing. It's one of the sects of Christianity.
Here's
The
Job 39:9. Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy crib? It's about,
Why would you want a rhinoceros by a crib, Mike?
Yeah,
No, but I'm
That's a
saying
great
if
point.
it's talking about a unicorn, but it's talking about a mythical animal that they all commonly
That
we talk
wasn't
about
the original
as-
proposition. The original proposition was that unicorns are mentioned in the Bible.
Oh,
no, that's not what they said. They said the unicorns are biblical.
And Mike said that unicorns
Yes.
are rhinoceroses.
And I said that their farts
Well,
smell
that's a
like cherry.
guess. That's a guess. But the original point was unicorns are biblical. They are. They're mentioned several times in the Bible. Now, whether or not a unicorn looks like a unicorn or means the same thing,
Like, you just have to learn that Doug, you lost. You just take it. You're winning today. You're making so much money, but you lost.
I will
Oh,
not
Nasser's
concede.
pretending
I
to
will
kill
not-
himself. He doesn't like unicorn talk.
People are outraged in the chat. Colonel Comics, $5. Now that Doug is funded, he reveals himself as a Leviathan doubter.
That's right.
Okay, so we got controversy. Funding is,
At
funding.
6'8", he's a lumbering Leviathan himself.
I've got one for Doug because they're talking about him right here in the Bible.
Yes, my brother.
There were giants in the earth in those days. And
That's
also
from Ego.
after
No, that is true. That's Genesis
when the
6:4.
sons of God came into the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the
Yeah.
same became mighty men, which were of old, men of
Yeah.
renown.
That's Genesis 6:4. It's talking about the Nephilim.
Beep bop beep boop.
Yeah, and it's also
You got a giant right in the stream. You're looking right at him.
I'm 6'8". I'm part Nephilim right there.
A lot of people are very upset. Stop hating on Leviathan, they're saying. They're saying Doug is a traitor to mythical animals.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, a lot of people are upset. Some people are saying kick Nasser.
For what?
But that's generally
I
a
don't
good
know.
idea.
They mean
That's
kick him in
generally a
real
good idea.
life. They don't mean kick him.
Right, no, they don't
Tell-
mean off the stream. They mean
Tell me
actually.
more about this Jennifer's part of the Bible. Doug, I want to hear about that. It sounds, sounds good. You don't hear it too much.
That's
What's
a really
it
good
about?
name for a character. Mike S. Miller, you should have Jennifer Exodus. That's her name.
Oh,
That'd be
and she
pretty
solves
cool.
crimes with a unicorn.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I want to point something out. This is to all of the liberals and SJWs and people in the room that unfriend their other people because they disagree with them. Notice how I disagree with my brothers in this room, and I don't hate them and call them anti-Christian or foolish or stupid or whatever. That's not how you deal with. How am I able to disagree with almost everyone I know? And then suddenly all the liberals that I know, they can't stand that I disagree with them, say about gay marriage, and they have to end the friendship there.
Yeah, Mike.
Because
Love your neighbor like yourself.
Yeah.
And we just understand that you're wrong.
Mike's a SJW. I said we kick him out of Comicsgate.
Yeah.
No, I've long been a supporter of mandatory gay marriage, and I've still kept most of my friends.
I think that all marriage should be happy too.
Wait a minute. That's how Cecil's going to save his father, though, right? Or save his mother? Mandatory gay marriage?
Will you at least be tender with him, Cecil?
Are you saying his mother's his father?
Oh, that's the catch-22. That's it. That's how he saves them both because of one person.
Well,
There's movies like that.
15,726.
My parents were a hermaphrodite.
I feel like this was the plot of that Butterfly Effect movie. Am I
Ethan,
wrong?
I've got 222 backers. I'm
Cecil's
starting
mother
to get a
is
print.
trans?
I'm starting to get a print run here.
Well, now it's
You're
going
doing
to
good.
start
You've
dropping
got
with
$15,726 raised by 222 backers. This is fantastic. You're now you're in the black, as they would say.
I'm good.
Yeah,
We're gonna make it.
Yeah, you hit 15, I think, almost twice as fast as I did. So this is gonna be huge.
That's the power.
Of course, I hit
$94,000.
$94,000 in 12 hours. So I mean,
Man, I've got an hour and a half to make another $80,000. So we better
let's
work this
hustle.
hard.
Let's hustle. We can do this.
Let's get back to the Bible talk. That seemed to
let me
stir
read-
everyone
let me read
off.
some super
Yeah, I know,
chats and
right?
just-
Nothing like that's bad marketing, man.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think aliens are BS. But have you heard the theory that UFOs are time travelers from the future? I always thought that was an interesting idea, says Joseph Burton for $5. What are the chances that UFOs are time travelers from the future?
Almost
Everything
time
more-
travel is impossible.
Can I take this one because I think about this a lot.
Get in there.
They are time travelers from the future, the Greys, because they've run out of genes. They come back to get new genes from people because they all look alike. They've honed it down, and the people are like, well, why would they come back to these little nobodies in these shit towns nowhere? They're like these poor people with nothing going on. It's like because they pick people that won't affect the future if they fuck with them because they know the future.
Let me tell you something. Yeah, why would
That's a good
anybody come
idea.
back to just some random moment? Like, you would see the sky full of UFOs on November 22nd, 1963 in Dallas. Like, that's when you would see the most UFOs if there were time travelers. You know, just people checking the grassy knoll or joining them on the
they're
grassy knoll.
unidentified for a reason. It's we don't know what they are. So yes, I believe in unidentified flying objects. Fine, there's such a thing. I don't have any reason to believe that they're aliens.
How about the reptile people though, that control everything?
Oh, of course, that's true.
Okay.
Somebody in the chat just said Cecil is just trying to justify anal probes.
I'm not gonna lie, Cecil. When you said jeans, I thought you meant actual jeans. I thought you were gonna go down a stupid
I
path.
thought that's where he was going to.
Yeah, me too.
They don't have Levi's in the future.
You heard that diarrhea is contagious because it runs in your genes.
Oh, there you go. That's a good dad joke. Thank you.
I'm 52 years old. Shut up.
That's the kind of humor you can expect in Bigfoot Bill, folks. That's
Thanks, Turkish.
Cecil Bagel $5 says EVS, if you had to have sex, I'll throw this out to the chat. If you had to have sex with a 5 foot in diameter spider or a talking chimpanzee, which would you pick? Hypothetically, of course.
The spider.
Why would anybody pick the spider?
Oh.
Because the spider wouldn't be able to talk about it.
Yeah, chimps will like tear your arms and bite your face off.
not when you're making love to them.
No, but the chimp can
diameter spider might not do any worse.
It's a talking chimp. You don't want anybody saying anything after that.
How do you have sex with a spider? How does it even happen?
Because you try. You're American, goddammit.
Okay, but if you have it with a monkey, you get like one baby. You have it with the spider, you get like 100 children.
Wait a second. 100 little Spider-Men.
100 little Spider-Men, right?
Oh my God, the birth of Marvel Comics.
Yeah, now you know why there's 5 Spider-Men today.
What does that say about your psychology, though, if you can do the deed? You know, if you can, I don't know, rise to the occasion to stick your Johnson in a spider hole.
That's the thing. Or even a monkey. I mean, you know, you'd really, I mean...
It's a talking blabbermouth monkey who's going to tell all your friends you're sucking bed.
Yeah, but are we talking like Helena Bonham Carter Planet of the Apes monkey? Or are we just talking about like a regular monkey?
That's close to a Roseanne Barr comment. That's real close.
Yeah, how do the tits on the monkey look?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what monkey tits look like. I have them.
No, you have a ring.
Oh.
Cecil, that was great.
Chaos.
Forge $5. Hey Doug, I bought 2 copies of Bigfoot Bill. Thank you for creating Earthworm Jim, one of my favorite characters growing up.
Wow, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man.
But you wanted to read it more than once.
Yeah, well, you might as well. Look, it's a good idea to buy more than one copy because there are going to be people who said, "How come I didn't get a copy of Bigfoot Bill when it's done, when it's at the printer?" And this guy's got one. He's going to say, "Hey, I paid $25 for it. You can have it for $50."
Hey guys, go look on eBay and put in my name, Doug Tennapel, and look at what my books go for. My out-of-print books are at least triple their cover price. My sketchbook archives that I sold I was selling them for $25 on my Kickstarter, and they're going for $100 each now because I do not reprint them. The first printing of Bigfoot Bill will not be printed again. I might do another version of it, but it will not be signed. And these books are going to go up. They're going to be collectors. I'm going to make sure of it. They're only going to be available through Indiegogo.
Hey, when I get paid next week, I'm going to buy Bigfoot Bill. Keep making us great comics, guys, says Peter Charon. Great. Yeah, it'll be available. I mean, it's going to be up for a month. So, you know, those of you who can't do it now, you've got plenty of time to get the money together to back Bigfoot Bill. Dick McJackass, $5. Cecil, you son of a bitch. You raped my mother. And for that, I can only say thanks, Dad. That's spicy. John Trotter, thanks for $2. El Chico's 2, Mike. Where haven't you worked? Have you worked at El Chico's? El Chico's?
Of course.
Yeah. All right.
Mike is Mexican, so he's probably got like 42 jobs.
That's true.
He's the only one here that works hard.
All under the table.
Justin Panlasajui. Justin, you're gonna have to give me a phonetic spelling of your name. Cyberfrog, check. Lone Star, check. Doug, you're next.
Oh, my people. My
Doug
people.
or Dank Plank, $2. When can we expect Bigfoot Bill in our mailboxes?
I have it down for April of next year. If I can get it done earlier, I will, but that's going to be tough. It depends on how many pages. Right now it's 48, and I'm going to try to do the stretch that Mitch did, where I add pages if it hits a big amount, so you get a little more book. But I'm just being real cautious about that because I don't want to up the shipping price too much, the shipping weight, which I'm always terrified of the shipping because I've done 3 Kickstarters, and the shipping is always the part that you cannot predict, and it is crazy.
Yep.
It can really explode on you.
Yeah.
But I'm working as hard as I can. I'm not gonna compromise. I'm a fast artist, though. I can usually ink 2 pages a day, but I don't want to haul ass on it and just bang it out. I want to do as good of a job as this is going to represent my very best work. I'm going to do as good of a job as I can on it, and I'm willing to make it go late if that's what it takes. I've never done anything late. I've always turned things in on time, on budget, and high quality. But I'd rather, of all the things that I would miss a deadline if it made it better.
Are you able to work on this full time now, or are you juggling this with some other projects?
This is my job. Now I always have multiple pitches out and stuff. I have a screenplay, and there's stuff happening in Hollywood, but it's all iffy stuff. So
right.
To me, the first dollar in is what gets my A-list workload. So I've got like feature movie writing gigs that are pending. And I'm like, when Bigfoot Bill funded today, this just goes into the first slot. So now that other stuff becomes my B project. And I mean, contractually, it's my B project, the other stuff. So this is literally in first position until it's done.
Very good.
Yeah, and I love it. I love getting to do comics and just taking the risk, and you just, there's nothing funner than sitting at a table and writing or drawing comics. That is my life dream.
I agree. By the way, Justin Panlasigi, thank you for the super chat to teach me how to pronounce your name. Panlasigi, I'll remember it.
You just did that to get $2 from him.
I got $2 for that, baby. See, I know how to make money.
Also, Ethan, when you asked him before, you said, "Can you spell that phonetically?"
I know. Then I fixed it phonetically. I said.
So you got to spell it phonetically. Like
phonetically is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick on you now.
Well, I mean, look, I corrected myself. Justin, let me check that again. Justin Panlasigi. Panlasigi. Side note, gentlemen, what gear do you use for inking?
I'll show you right now. Hold on.
I use Manga Studio 5 EX, which is now called Clip Studio. It's a great program. You can also use Sketchbook Pro. That's pretty good.
Okay, I've got the usual tech pens and stuff, but this is I made this for my art table. So it hangs over the lip of the top, and then it's a piece of wood that I just stained, and it comes down. I drilled little holes in it. And it has a spot for. These are my Winsor Newton Series 7 brushes. I've got about 20 of them, and this is a little flap that I made for my ink well, which I just take a beer bottle cap. I put it on that little thing, and I fill it up with Higgins Black Magic ink. And sometimes I'll use Suma ink. I do have tech pens. I like doing, which is what Ethan uses, rapidographs. I use those sometimes for buildings and straight lines that I don't want a lot of line weight on. I'll use the tech pen. There you go. Mike's got all you need. Wolverine Mike's got all you need right there. Is that a crow quill pen?
Yeah, I've got 2 different crow quills. As they wear down, they get a little bit thicker, so I'll use that for thicker stuff. And then I actually switched at Steve Rude's suggestion to a larger barrel. I use a size 4 Raphael. It's pretty.
Oh wow! I use a size 3 Winsor Newton. I've gone down some too, but does it hold its point real well? You can still get a hair width on it.
And that's. I mean, I've had these. I accidentally bought these like a long time ago.
Yeah.
And Rude was watching me ink at Phoenix Con this year, and he's like, "Why are you using that tiny little brush?" And I'm like, "Well, the big ones." And then he's like, "No, they get just as good a brush, and they last longer, and they hold more ink." And blah. He said that we've all been
fooled into buying the smaller ones.
Yeah.
I have a number 3 Raphael. I'd love to buy a 4 if you like it that much. And they're about half the price of a Winsor Newton Series 7, right?
Yeah, and the quality control of Raphael, I think, is way better than Winsor Newton. So
yeah, Winsor Newton crashed a little bit on their quality about 7 years ago, and
I think it was longer than that.
They've been trying to catch up ever since. By the way, same with Monte Cristo Cuban cigars. Don't get them anymore. They're all plugged.
And I'm just using I'm using a mix of what is this? Speedball? No, Super Black. Yeah, Speedball and Dr. PH Martin's ink.
Okay.
$16,284.
Oh,
132 backers. That's 10 more backers that just popped up. I ink with Copic multiliners. Everybody knows that watches this channel because we talk about that quite a bit. So Copic multiliners and all pens, no brush.
but you were using a Rapidograph the other day when you were doing a live demo. The Rapidograph Tech Pen.
No, it was a Copic multiliner. I have Rapidographs. I just don't use them. They just they sit in my pen. My pen block is crazy.
Yeah.
It's insane. You want to see it? Let me see
Yeah,
if I can.
absolutely.
All right, hold on a second.
I love seeing other people's studio setups. I learned so much,
Well, you're not going to learn anything except that I'm mentally ill from mine.
I've seen your crazy detail, but I'm just saying, if a friend uses something and they swear by it, then at least that's better than like blind shopping on Amazon for a Copic.
Yeah. If you're going to use markers for anything like stencils or anything like that, the Copic multiliners are the best in the business.
I'll buy just on that recommendation from you guys. I'll get them. Look at that thing.
Look at this. These are all Copic multiliners, all down here. They're all because I throw them out when I'm done. This is all the water I'm drinking. These are my toothpicks that I have to chew on when I'm drawing, and that's Elvis. That's the king of rock and roll.
I love the yellow walls, Ethan. That's awesome.
I'm in the basement.
Yeah.
Like
That's all the exercise equipment he doesn't use.
The unused treadmill, the weights that don't.
I do use it. I do use all that stuff. I do. Over here, I've got my Rapidographs at the top here. You can see them poking out. These are all silver Sharpies. I've got my white colored pencils, my white Jelly Roll ink pens, and then just random shit that I don't use, but I just have it there to fill space. So that's my thing. But I mean, these Copic multiliners, I swear by these.
What size are you using? What do you recommend? I get a multi-pack?
0.03.
Gee, it's so thin, man.
Yeah.
I'll use an 0.5 rarely, but I'll use the 0.1 and 0.1, 0.3 usually.
And Ethan, how can you do that? That's a basement. You don't have a window down there. How do you do that?
It's okay. To be honest with you, I just moved down here like 2 months ago, and it's been an adjustment.
Yeah.
But here's the cool thing: it's actually kind of cool down here. My chair is really squeaky. It's a nice finished basement.
Yeah.
And it's comfy. I have quiet and privacy. So there's a door that I can close, and I can just shut out the world and just draw down here or live stream.
Do you get a little asylum-y down there? A little asylum?
I'm not down here that much. The other thing is like I spend more time with my family than I ever have since I started Cyberfrog. Half of the day I'm with Andrea and Ava, my daughter, like most of the time, and then like sometime around 5 p.m. I roll down here and start doing work. So it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I might tap out. I might be back a little bit later if you're still on.
Okay, Mike. Great having you. Thanks for being here.
I'm gonna get a drink of water and I'm gonna get some chew. So you guys have fun. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. In the meantime, $16,744 right now. This is going great.
Ethan, if you're wondering what we're doing, cash grabbing, it's going to be done entirely in Crayola.
That sounds good. That actually might be kind of fun.
On printer paper.
Let me read some more of these super chats while some people are taking a little break here. Yanni Huel, 100 pesos. Thank you. Which superpower would you rather have? Flight, invisibility, or the ability to change the nutritional value of food at will? So eat a pie. Once you swallow, you can digest it like a broccoli or steak. Well, if you're invisible, though, it doesn't matter what you look like. So
they could feel you. They could feel your blubber.
Yeah. What do you think, Cecil? What would you rather have?
That last one's pretty goddamn tempting, I gotta tell you.
Yeah. I'd rather...
You know what, flight? Someone's gonna shoot you if you're flying around.
That's true too. But then I'd be real fast. I assume I'm fast when I fly.
And who wants to be a big fat guy flying? It's embarrassing.
I do.
Me.
I'd be Faith. Who wants to be Faith? No,
Me.
I'll give you the last one. I'll take the last one, thanks. And I won't look back. Great choice. That's a great question. And I'll take the last one. Yeah.
Oh, I got a $50 super chat, so this one breaks ahead of everything. Thank you, Break All Day, for $49.99. That's very generous. Appreciate you. EVS, so much for Comic Artist Pro Secrets teaching us about drawing and inking. These guys are talking more about your trade than you. Incel Glug Glug Slurp Slurp XLT Tent Special, previously worn by EVS. Make comics great again, brothers. I'm not sure what that meant. Let me read that again. For $50.
That English?
It was. I think it was an insult.
I can break it down for you. Go ahead.
EVS. So much for Comic Artist Pro Secrets teaching us about drawing and inking. Okay, so we're not teaching you about drawing and inking.
Hey, so much for that. You guys talk more about this other shit.
Yeah, these guys are talking more about your trade, but he spells trade wrong. So trade, then you incel glug glug. This is where I lose it. Incel glug glug slurp slurp. Triple XLT tent special, previously worn by EVS. And then there's a winky face. Make comics great again, brothers. So he's insulting all of us, but it doesn't matter because he gave us $50. So I just don't get. I don't know if he's insulting you guys more or me.
No, he's lumping you in with me. I think he's saying you're just a fat idiot, and these other guys are talking more about your trade than you.
Well,
I wear 4XL, so I think it was a compliment.
Your T-shirts are not manufactured by tint makers, right? That's not true.
No, that's not true at all. It's not true at all. I mean, it's okay. You know, like I said, he can say whatever he wants. If you want to throw $50 my way, you can say whatever you want.
Oh, there's zippers on the side of the
windows.
windows.
You know, yeah. I want to make sure I get it. That's all. Coronas, thanks for $1.99. Alien pies invade Earth and start eating humans. That'd be a nightmare. Spike in Madness, $2. My main man, Mike, Heart of the Hibachi. Yeah. Well, he left. No, he left, so he missed that. Aaron Cook, thanks for $5. Will Cash Grab come with Cecil's Guide to Drink Mixing?
There will be an extra supplemental comic in there. We haven't decided what it's going to be about. It might just be everyday advice. Drink making could be in there.
That's a good idea, actually. I think people would like to lead the Cecil lifestyle, or at least see it spelled out. You know what I mean? You should think about it.
Lifestyles of the Cecil and famous. We got to get, for people who want to just, have that Cecil look, what you have to recommend, like clothing, what to drink, how to act.
I want to help Nasser out. He needs to get fixed up. He's got a nice head of hair, but it's just a mess. You got to style it. You're 21. You got to get your shit together, man.
Why do you think I'm going to fix up my hair to get on this stream? I got to look fresh to be with Ethan?
No, I'm talking about your haircut in general. You got to go get it trimmed. You got to get it styled.
We never know.
Well, yeah, if I'm going somewhere, I put gel in it and I slick it back. But I mean,
no, that's not good.
I'm just sitting here in my basement, so like,
I'm not trying. I'm not trying
going to be messy.
I've seen you with your hair slicked back on other streams. You need a full different styling. You need to go into a nice salon with your money there, and you take it and you say, "Make me look like a normal person," and they'll fix you up good. But you got to go into a nice place. You got to pay like $100 and say, "Just do whatever you want, but make me look great."
Some young lady could be watching the stream and fill in your flow if you had
You've got a lot of stuff to work with. You got a chunk of marble on top of it. An artist could carve something out of that.
You're missing a marketing opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Beep boop.
Wow, my Star Wars video that I just put up is doing really good. Oh my god! All right, sorry about that. I just had to.
Wait, what's really good? What numbers?
It's only been up since we've been chatting. It's already at 5,775 views. That is good. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add. This is what you do to your videos. I'm going to add my subscriber tab at the end. So maybe people who are just watching this will choose to subscribe to my channel. Yeah. And then maybe a video playlist. The Quartering told me how to do this. He's like, you've got to make sure that you put this at the end of all your videos. And it really is a lot of extra work. So, I didn't do it for a long time. But he's like, you'll grow a lot faster if you do. Yeah, and it's all about subscribers. I know that they say on YouTube, they say it's not. It is all about subscribers. All right, save. Good. So now people will know how to subscribe to me. The other thing that you can do is you can put an ad in there and make more money on your video. Did you know that?
Yeah, and I'm not big on ads until I get enough people. So for now, I don't want to try and monetize the audience while I build it. I've only got 2,100.
Are you monetized? You're not monetized yet, are you?
I'm approved for it, but I don't. I'm approved for it, but I don't run ads.
Oh, all right.
I've got 2,100 subscribers. I don't want to punish them with ads till I get them up to like 40,000. You know?
Yeah, you're probably until you get to 40,000, then you start whipping them.
Yeah, then I'm going to kill them. It's just going to be a giant ad. I'm just putting up, putting up catheter ads. Is all my content's going to be.
It's all catheter ads. That's what I want. I want that.
Yeah.
Soapmaker, $2. EVS, Medicare mentioned you in his Mundane Matt bid. I know he did. I know he did.
I saw that.
I was so happy. I was first of all, I don't know.
He flagged you.
He what?
He flagged you. He put a strike on you.
Yeah, Mundane Matt did.
He did. Fuck that guy.
And did you appeal it, Ethan?
I couldn't appeal it. See, that's the power of Mundane Matt. Mundane Matt, first of all, he has 3 or 4 different YouTube channels. So he's capable of punishing you ×4. But not only that, he's got something called he's what do you when you on Twitter when you get the blue check mark?
Like verified.
He's got a verified, I didn't know you could even do this. He's got some kind of verified YouTube account that when he strikes you from this YouTube account, they see him as the YouTube community, and it counts as 10 strikes.
Oh no!
So basically, if he comes in there, or 10 reports, if he comes in there and flags your channel, it's like 14 people flagged your channel or your video.
How can he do that for long? If he abuses it, they're surely going to take it away from him.
Well, he denies that you know what I mean? Like he did. And every time he does it, there's always good reason. Like you can say, I'm feeling bullied because this guy's making a video critical of me. Well, yeah, but like your entire channel is you being critical of other people. So if your entire channel is you judging people all day long, and that's what you've monetized, then when some of that judgment comes back your way, you better be ready to roll with it. But he's not. He sits there, he sees those videos making fun of him, and he reports them. And if you report those videos, people lose their... I mean, these are people that do YouTube professionally.
Yeah.
With like 200,000 subscribers, they're making a living on YouTube. And he flags them and makes it impossible for them to earn a living for 3 months. That's low down. That's low down.
That's bad.
Nobody has been able to articulate to me why anybody should care about like anything that Mundane Matt is talking about, though.
Because he can hurt your money.
Interesting.
No, because why he's interesting? He's not interesting. I never heard of him before this week. I never even heard of him.
Well, he got in at the right time. See, here's the thing. Like, my channel blew up because I saw Last Jedi, and I complained about it once right before Solo, the Star Wars story came out. And people were in the mood to hear about Star Wars, and they're like, hey, my analytics said, keep talking about Star Wars. And I went, I will. So my channel blew up because of that. Now, Mundane Matt had a similar thing happen to him. He declared himself, he criticized Gamergate early on. He criticized one of the feminists and whatever. I don't even know what Gamergate exactly was about, but he got in under there, and then she saw his video and she flagged his video about her. So he was able to build up a whole thing. People already hated this feminist woman. He was able to build his channel up by saying this feminist woman.
Kim Sarkeesian.
No, it wasn't. It was the other one.
Zoe Quinn?
Yeah.
Zoe Quinn.
Zoe Quinn.
So Zoe Quinn false flagged my channel, and then you can make a million videos making yourself the victim of a feminist who everybody already hates. Boom, you're part of Gamergate. You're going to get subs. Your channel's going to blow up. It's the zeitgeist. Yeah. So after Gamergate was over, he really didn't have anything to talk about. I mean, for me, I can talk about Star Wars. I can talk about comics. I can talk about a million different things. But he had nothing to talk about, so he would just read the news. But he maintained his sub count for the most part. And then because... Well, when you have 150,000 subscribers, people just look at you and assume they're supposed to subscribe to you. That's the other thing that happens. It's like, well, 150,000 people, I better subscribe to. What am I missing?
Yeah.
But you know, in the midst of all this, people are starting to go, yeah, I don't need to be subscribed to him, and they're sort of unsubscribing, and he's reacting to that not well, because this is how he's making his living. So he is flagging people. He's making a nuisance of himself. He came after us looking for attention. He came after I joined a kind of Star Wars community of Star Wars critics. We have a show called The High Council. A lot of people watch it. A lot of people watch us on The High Council every Tuesday night. And he showed up criticizing us, and we brought him on and just blasted him to hell. And so him flagging my video was a response to me kind of humiliating him.
That's terrible.
It was
so low. That is so low.
It was a warning shot. It was him saying, I can do this and worse to you, buddy. Okay, I believe you. But it's just a piece of garbage. And so Medicare, who is one of the biggest, the guy's got an IQ of like 160. You can hear it when you interact with him. You can feel his IQ. Has made, and he makes great videos. Just made a video just destroying Mundane Matt, and people were waiting for it. And he utilized some of the footage from Comic Artist Pro Secrets, my channel, in his video, and I was like flattered. So I thought that was pretty cool. And hopefully people will come check out my channel because of it. That would be nice as well. Justin Panelist CG, thanks for $5. Mike, can my marketing team and I buy you beers in exchange for advice on the industry? Mike's not here. That's ask him again when he gets back. GRP poll, $2.
I'll take that one. I'll answer for him. Yes.
Go ahead. Yeah.
You can buy me alcohol. I'll give you all my advice on the industry.
Hail Edwin the Wise, Grom, $2. Unicorn equals ox dragons equals crocodiles. Interesting. The Revelant Kiss, thank you for $5. If God made life in the universe, then chances are they haven't yet developed space flight either. Colonel Comics, $5. Now that Doug is funded, he reveals himself as a Leviathan doubter. Creepy little book. I'm a little bit of an expert on the Nephilim. What's the Nephilim?
The Nephilim, that's Genesis 6. It's when the sons of God and the daughters of men reproduced. So they say that it's fallen angels,
like a demigod,
or it's either the fallen angels, or it could be what caused the angels to fall was that they were jealous of man and came down and had children by them, and they were called renowned men of old. That they were the giants, and supposedly came down and became the line that became Goliath. A giant man, but they were like demonic with kind of elongated heads, and it's very vague, and so it's become a very popular, fun Bible myth and true. I mean, it's also true, but we don't know when you read. So those actual verses that are in Genesis 6 that talk about the Nephilim were from the book of Enoch, which is an apocryphal book, so it didn't make canon. So if you read Enoch and you read about the Nephilim are like 300 feet tall. I mean, it kind of sounds like a legend to me, but probably based in some kind of truth. The book of Enoch is a fantastic piece of literature. I don't believe it's biblical canon, but I believe we can learn a lot from that book. It's interesting.
That is interesting. I love these apocryphal books.
Yeah, so you hear a lot of people talk about the Nephilim, or the Nephilim, and it comes from the Hebrew word nephe, Nephe, and that's where we get the word for like death. Anytime someone's talking about death, the word miscarriage in Hebrew uses it's nephe, and then life is like it can be like nephesh, so it means like the ending of life.
We should have like a Bible chat where just a Bible chat video or live stream.
That's what Nurkish and I did. We'll bring it over here, man. We're talking Bible.
Go.
With everybody, just like we'll have skeptics, we'll have Christians, we'll have I'll come here with my former Mormon perspective. People are saying no Bible chat. No.
Yeah, I know.
I agree. No Bible chat.
Yeah. I didn't understand any of that, so you can have the dumb, confused guy perspective from me.
Kick Ethan out of
Comicsgate. What you say?
Oh no,
we'll get the Sid Hartha in here for Nasser.
I don't know what that means.
Ethan, can I tell you a story? When I was sent to Bible camp as a kid, my father was sure I was gay, so he sent me to Bible camp. None of my other siblings had to go to fucking Bible camp, just me. But I realized everybody there was good, so they really trusted the kids. So there was half the day you could go on these quads, like the dirt bikes and quads, and then the other half of the day you would go to Bible reading. And I realized no one was watching you, so I would walk out with the group going, and I would just keep doing the dirt bike part over and over for like a week. I never went to the Bible reading, and then they finally caught me, and then I had to do a full week of just like 8 hours a day of Bible reading. And
That's not smart to punish someone by making them read the Bible. They're getting. I'd punish them by making them go ride quads and reward them with them.
Well, you know what our chat would be if we did a Bible chat? It would be called Weird Bible Shit.
Yeah,
and it would just be like, it wouldn't be religious.
Yeah.
What we would do is we'd go through the Bible and we'd say, "What the hell is this?" Because there's a lot of weirdness in there, and we'd hash it out.
Isn't that what most of the stream has been about tonight?
Yeah, and it's working. I think it's funny. So I don't know. It seems like it could be a regular thing.
I just bring it up on my channel for those people who are looking for I'm always begging for subscribers. Go to YouTube/Doug Tennapel. So it's the Doug Tennapel channel, and I just talk about stuff that people say you're not allowed to talk about. Is my whole thing. It's about freedom of speech. So if you're not allowed to talk about, among my art friends on the right, you're not allowed to talk about who you voted for. So I ask people, who did you vote for? Did you support Trump and why or not? And then I talk about religion and say, what's your faith? And I don't care if they're an atheist, a believer, non-believer. I say, what's your faith? And that's kind of how we break it up and how we push back against culture. Because I just feel like people are, or if you do talk about stuff and you disagree, then you have to demonize them. There's none of that on the channel either.
Right. How the hell? So Adam and Eve, and then Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
Did Cain and Abel have sex with their mom?
I would guess sisters.
But they didn't have any sisters. It wasn't.
If you, there could have been, there certainly was incest because they all came from the same parents. So even if they had a whole community of children, which they very well could have when they were living to be 700 years old or whatever, that they very well could have had a whole lot of people, but at some point they were inbreeding. But there's a lot of theories on that.
I have a new theory that they were given a choice between a giant spider or a talking chimp, and they went for the talking chimp.
They should have gone for the spider.
Somebody wants me to start a religion called Pieontology, and that is a great idea. That is a great idea. Pieontologists.
Yeah. In the book of Pi, verse number 3.714.
Here's the Holy Sacrament. It's a big slab of apple pie. That'd be awesome. How you guys? I think people in my chat could be Pieontologists. I think that's what I should call my subscribers now. It's a good idea.
I like it.
Yeah.
As long as pie is given, that'll be a good thing. We have
like when they introduce cinnamon to an apple pie, and then vanilla ice cream, like would be like the final step.
And caramel. No, caramel's final.
Caramel. Oh my God! All right, apple pie with sugared cinnamon crust, with vanilla ice cream, and then melted caramel all over it. Oh my God!
I'm slobbering. I'm low carb. I'm low carb. I can't eat that stuff.
No, me neither. I've had 4 completely perfect days of eating in a row. It's like alcoholism. 4 complete perfect days of clean eating. No bad stuff's in my system. I feel great. I feel really good. And I'm not going to blow it. I'm not going to blow it at all.
Good man.
Let's see. Tell Doug I still play Earthworm Jim to this day, says Jesse N for $2.
Cool. That's great. I think, that game holds up. It should still be tough and it should still be challenging and still be fun.
It's still funny, that's for sure. Mr. X, thank you for your donation. Chewbacca is real, heathen. I've met Chewbacca. I met what's his name?
Peter Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew, yeah. Went out to dinner with him once. It was really nice. Him and his wife.
I saw that guy in real life, and he makes me feel small. He's huge.
He got spinal surgery last week.
I love the chat. They're just like, yeah, Pieontologists are very pious. Oh my God.
That's terrible.
This is already a thing. This is becoming a thing. Let's see, Sarah Whiskey, thanks for $1.99. Unicorn Nazi. Haha, I gave Doug $100. Excellent.
Yeah, my people.
Excellent.
The unicorn's one of my favorite characters. I'm still developing him, but that's Judgy the Unicorn.
Why is he judgy?
Because people usually draw unicorns and they're all new age and soft and airheaded or wise or whatever. And this guy's just super judgmental. He's the meanest unicorn you'll ever meet. Jerk.
Bagel Goose $2. Pick a side. I missed that reference. Go Jurified $2. Leviathan had a great Jerry Goldsmith score. Edgar Cruz $2. Does Leviathan wear triple XL shirts?
I like Leviathan.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so good.
Nubs the Head $2.99. Doug, just curious, who owns Boombots? Do you know?
That would have those rights. That was our third game through the Neverhood with DreamWorks, and so the Neverhood, our game company, and those 3 titles with Skull Monkeys got sold to EA. So EA owns Boombots. That was one of my biggest failure games yet. Was Boombots. It's a fun game, but just no.
It didn't take off. Nobody liked it.
Not. Nope.
John Malin here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Good. How are you guys doing?
Good. Good to have
Who's
you.
squeaking like that?
That's Nasser.
That's Nasser.
Yeah, that's not scared.
Get some
Oil your damn
WD-40.
chair.
Get some WD-40, man.
He doesn't care. He's selfish.
He is selfish. Look at him. All that hair, he's keeping it to himself.
Yeah. You could take some.
Yeah, well, I could use it. I'm telling you. Yanni Huel, thanks for 50 pesos. Daniel 8, verse 5. Suddenly a goat with a prominent horn between its eyes came from the west, crossing the whole earth without touching the ground.
Yeah, that is a prophetic animal, a prophetic vision. It doesn't. There's also beings with 6 different faces, the cherubim, and 6 wings and things. This is a descriptive, symbolic language. It's not talking about species of animals that are walking around. They use, this is how the Hebrew language works. They use word pictures. So you get a visual image of, and it's easier to teach and easier to repeat.
Matt Hayes, thanks for $2. Is Bigfoot Bill a biography about John Malin? John Malin does look a little like Bigfoot. I've seen him a little bit.
John, that picture I sent you.
The one with Godzilla and King Kong in diapers.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
Viet Cong.
Yeah, that's the book that we're gonna do. I offered it to John Malin. He politely demurred. I just wanted
I'll
to
write it.
Nixon sending King Kong to the jungle, to Southeast Asia to straighten things out, and that would have been, King Kong has been kept in captivity. He didn't die. He died falling off the building. He just got an owie. They've been keeping him, sedated for 30 years. But once Nixon is elected, let's send him over to. He knows jungle warfare. You see, Doug.
Yeah.
Was Nixon impeached in this world? Did he leave office, or did King Kong?
That's the story. That's the story. This is an alternate reality. It would be like a little bit like Inglourious Bastards. Like we would change reality. But it'd be up to the creative team to determine that. But
who's doing the giant gorilla book? The giant, is it Mechanical Gorilla or something? There's some giant gorilla book.
Are you talking about?
I'm doing a gorilla book. Yeah.
In Jawbreakers. You talking about Jawbreakers?
That's what I think I'm talking about. I saw the art for it. I don't remember what it was for.
Yeah, it's not a robot. It's just a giant King Kong standing gorilla.
Yeah, it's great. I like the art on that one. That's cool.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Very good. I like it.
Ray Thulu, thanks for $5. Here's a couple bucks so Nasser can buy some 3-in-1 oil for his chair and shut the fuck up. Yeah, I just added the shut the fuck up part. Walter Van Winkle, thanks for $10. Just back Bigfoot Bill. When can we get Nurkish Cecil comic? Nurkish and Cecil are the funniest duo on YouTube, and can't wait to see what they come up with.
True.
What's word on that, Cecil? Can you give us a
news? It's coming out soon. I wrote the, we're going through Comicsgate interviewing all the suspects. I wrote up today. I wrote up the interviews we did with Captain Cummings, Yellow Flash, Tim Doyle. Tomorrow I'm going to write up like Kwanzaa and Daryl Ayo. So it's going to be good. It's funny.
1,053 people watching right now. Thanks, guys. Love you guys.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Walter Van Winkle. we got that one. The Quartering's here. Hey, Jeremy, how you doing? $5. I've been receiving anonymous tips that Cecil is in fact, quote, controlled opposition. Be careful, boys. He's tricksy. Is that true, Cecil? Are you controlled opposition?
I am. I've always said I was an SJW. I've infiltrated your tribe, and I am reporting back to the home base, which is Mark Wade and Heather Antos every night.
Oh, for God's sake! But we've told you so much. Spider-Man, not Bug Boy Marici. Thanks for $1.99. Mike, are you saying the camel and the needle is real? Mike's not here, but good point. Dick McJackass, $2. It's Dick McJackass. Got it? Buzz off. So he pronounced his name for me. Frenetically. Gojirify, $2. At 20K, EVS does 25 push-ups. Why do I have to do them?
I'll do them.
Yeah, Doug. Well, big deal if Doug does them.
Yeah, I can do them.
Yeah,
no, it would be tough. 25 would be on the top end. Edwin, I might need to tag team Edwin.
It's all right. You can just be like Mike and just do 12. He was supposed to do 20 standing on his head, and he just gave up. No biggie.
Yeah, but he did them upside down. That was hard what he did.
Yeah, but he promised 20 and did 12.
That's true. I did 20. Listen, I did 45 push-ups yesterday to help Mike sell comics.
What?
No, but in two different sets.
But
25
still,
the first time, 20 the second time.
That's good.
And the second time I filmed myself.
Dude, you're ripped.
The first 20 are alleged.
No, the first 25, and I did do them. I don't know why you guys would ever doubt that. I really did do them. But I'll do them again. I don't care. I'm not afraid. Laura, Ryan stole my fan fiction story. Hi, Laura. Thanks for $1.99. Small chat, but I'm nice. That's either a thumbs up or a middle finger. It's hard to tell on the screen. Hi, Ethan, with a ghost monster for an A. Hi, Laura. Welcome. Charles Xavier, $5. If I put La Croix in my steam iron and I iron my clothes with it, will my clothes smell like fruit? Thanks in advance.
La Croix?
La Croix.
Oh, liquor?
No, La Croix. The cross. It's it is what you call it? Like water, scented water, fruit scented water.
I haven't heard of that.
Like European toilet water, they call it. It's like,
no, it's a mixer. You drink it.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's a liquor.
No, it's not a liquor. It's a mixer. It's not. It's the part without the liquor.
Hey, Ethan, one other thing I got to thank everyone for, because I'm not only do I have 16,836, we're about to get close to 17,000 with 235 backers, but I gained 200 YouTube followers that are Gamer Gators in the last week, and that's after because when I came out as a Comics Gator. I keep falling back because I store the words in the same place in my head. But when I came out as a Comics Gator, I lost about 100 subscribers to YouTube or followers on Twitter. Dang it. And then I gained another 200. And then on YouTube, I also lost subscribers. I lost 50 subscribers, but I've gained 800 in the last month that are all Comics Gators.
Yep. Isn't that great?
It's benefiting across the board for being a little more outspoken than I'm usually comfortable with. So I just appreciate that. I sense everyone's support and help, and it's kind of nice to go public with what you think and what you believe and have people support you instead of it was lonely in 2008, man. It was lonely.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Well, I mean, this is the thing. My attitude is that, Doug, I'm supremely arrogant. Maybe you've noticed. I refuse to hide. This is who I am, and I think I'm a pretty good guy. And I refuse to hide it. I want to be able to be outspoken. I know that there are a lot of people who feel the way I do. Those people should not be afraid. Those people should not be hiding in the corners, especially not when we're so goddamn talented.
Yeah, and they'll get support. These people don't turn their back on you.
We need to create. This is what Comicsgate is. We need to create the community where normal people, not right wingers,
right,
not even moderates, leftists, liberals, come on over. If you're a normal human being who is able to interact with other human beings that you disagree with, but do it with love, even argue, but not without the hatred that SJW. This is all about separating SJWs from us, putting them on some leprosy island out somewhere in the Pacific, okay, and floating them out to sea. I don't need them around. I don't want them around. They are harmful. They're damaging. They're bad people. They get in the way of normal people interacting and having healthy discussions, healthy conversations, healthy interactions, and healthy business. So Comicsgate is not just for right wingers. It's for lefties too. It's for liberals. There are a lot of liberals in the chat who supported Cyberfrog, who are going to support Bigfoot Bill. And they know everyone hates SJWs.
There's one right here.
And SJWs ruin the arts. They ruin everything they touch. They ruin movies. They ruin video games. They ruin comics. I came from the fine art world. They ruined the fine arts. Everything they touch just gets worse.
Yep. Dom Casey says, I'm liberal. Dom Casey's liberal. He comes in here and he's funny. He busts my balls about stuff all the time, but he belongs here. You know, he belongs in these chats. I don't know if he'd call himself a comics gator, but I'd welcome him. These kinds of people, I mean, they're supporters. They're normal, decent people who deserve to enjoy these hobbies, enjoy our work, enjoy our conversation and our companionship without being chased away or abused or mistreated by far left-wing lunatics. So that's what we're building here. We're doing a good job of building it. This community is going to grow as soon as people start to really realize that.
And Ethan, there's division among the left now because of this. I can't tell you. I know a ton of Hollywood people who are my buddies, all of them liberal. When James Gunn got canned, they woke up and said, "Holy cow, it can happen to us." Mm-hmm. They thought they were safe. And now they start to say, we thought it was cute hunting for people's career, hunting for scalps when it was you guys.
Yeah.
Now it's us. And now they're scared. They're realizing there's something wrong with that tactic.
They're realizing they'll eat their own.
Well, they're all saying that to me. They're all like, hey, why are you so supportive of James Gunn losing his job over jokes? Surely you don't want this to happen to anyone else because it happened to you. You got chased around over a Nazi reference you made.
Right.
People were lying about you, saying you're a Nazi. Couple things. First of all, no, I'm fine with it. You made the rules. Those rules are going to apply evenly to everyone, not just right wingers. So I'll be in support of those rules. I think that's fine. I've accepted them. I've accepted that. A couple of edgy boy jokes that I made 10 years ago have affected my career. Not in a bad way, unfortunately. But they have, and that's fine. They are now going to be implemented across the board, and I am going to be the #1 cheerleader of it. I'm going to be until everyone agrees that this is ridiculous and harassing people on social media for things that they said. But now that's one thing. The other thing is, in this specific instance, James Gunn. I'm so sorry. What are you doing making light of child abuse and sexually abusing children? In this one case, what is this guy doing making endless jokes about rape and child abuse, throwing child abuse parties with his friends where they're making fun of, think about the most innocent, fragile kind of victim that could possibly exist, children being sexually abused, and you fucking asshole, in your high tower of power and privilege, and I'm going to use the word privilege. You're a Hollywood director. You're a millionaire. You're making fun of little children who are sexually abused. And then you're interacting and befriending child pornographers. The arrogance of that. I'm sorry. That is not the same thing as saying of naming your sketchbook My Struggle. That is on a whole different plane, a whole different planet. I don't know that this guy's a pedophile, obviously. But if I were to guess, if God said, Ethan, take a guess, pick a pedophile out of Hollywood that hasn't yet been uncovered. My job might be a little bit easier. I might have 1 or 2 clues from this situation.
If I was going to guess, I would say no. But I'll only tell you that in hanging around with all those Hollywood people, sick pedophile jokes was absolutely normal. Raping their assistants was absolutely normal. Forcing drugs on them and going to bed with them after they were all jacked up on drugs and taking advantage of them was absolutely normal. Rampant, disgusting, the sickest racist jokes you'll ever hear among all these people who are now coming out and virtue signaling about how sensitive they are. It was absolutely normal. I saw it all. I hung out with all these guys. I know a lot of very close friends to James Gunn, and it was just normal. And I'm telling you, I heard the jokes so much to a degree that I just lost my sensitivity to it.
It's normalized.
It was absolutely normalized. So I'm with you on it is sick. It's a fireable offense. It's wrong to do. But I'm only saying that culturally then, where we were at, it was normal. And frankly, it still would be normal. These people don't feel bad about the jokes they're telling. They're not apologizing because they actually believe it's morally evil or morally wrong. They're just protecting their careers, and they got caught.
Yep. So, I mean, this is the thing. So people who say that to me are like, why aren't you sympathetic? I'm not sympathetic at all.
Yeah.
That guy doesn't belong at Disney. I'm not saying he can't make movies. Go make movies, but not at Disney, and no movies that I'm going to take my kids to, because you don't have the heart. You don't have the soul to make movies.
Yeah, but let's go back to the principle, Ethan, is if they can't use him as a director, they can't use his script. Are they going to have and he exec produced Infinity Wars. Are they going to take that off the shelf because they have a movie on the shelf right now that was exec produced by a guy who makes pedophile jokes and goes to pedophile parties? And then are they going to use the cast that he helped hire on a franchise by a pedophile joke telling guy? See what I mean? Like, there's no way they can distance themselves from what this guy did.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they can, because the cast actually is putting up in his defense, but it's at absolutely the worst time possible. All of their characters died in the last movie.
Yeah.
So if they really put up much of a stink, then they don't have to come back.
No, just the franchise is over. It makes sense story wise. Piece of cake,
But Disney's going to lose that much money by just destroying.
No, they'll keep doing the franchise. But listen, Guardians of the Galaxy were garbage tier comic book.
Right.
They could just take a million other Guardian of the Galaxy characters. There's been a rotating cast of probably a few dozen over the years, and they could just rewrite some new characters in, and they'll still have the raccoon guy and who else? Who else lived?
Groot
and the raccoon are really all you need.
And honestly, those are the only two guys that if Bradley Cooper and Vin Diesel put up a stink, they could find two other voice actors to do them in a minute. You'd never know the difference.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, congratulations, Doug. You're up past $17,000. $53, 238 backers. Congratulations, guys. Those of you who don't know, who are new to the chat, now we've got Doug Tennapel in here with his brand new Doug Tennapel, creator of Earthworm Jim, one of the most popular video game franchises of the 1990s. It was a cartoon. It was a toy line, Playmates Toys. It was awesome. Doug Tennapel is a part of Comicsgate. He is launching his new comic book. It's called Bigfoot Bill. It's great fun. It just takes all of these characters from cryptozoology and turns them into heroes and funny little cartoon foils. This is just awesome. You can have a look at it. The link to his Indiegogo campaign is in the description. Pledge on this now. Be a first-day backer of Bigfoot Bill. Make sure that you get your signed copy, your autographed copy of Bigfoot Bill. If this comes out later in some other format, it's not going to be autographed. It's not going to be as cool as this version is.
I'm only signing Indiegogo comics. I'm only signing Indiegogo comics of Bigfoot Bill. I got to preserve that value.
Love that. It's a great idea. So back it right now. Support this comic. Support Comicsgate. So far, he's only been up for about 12 hours. He's way past his goal, $17,088 now, from 239.
So it's a go. It's a go.
It's happening. We did it. We funded it. Now it's all about, hey, maybe we'll do some stretch goals. Maybe you should start thinking about, how to make this book even more special for the people who have already backed it.
Yeah.
That is the plan.
I definitely want to make, and I think this is something that all the Comicsgaters should do, is match your template for the trading cards and for doing trading cards of our own guys. It'd be cool if the sets somehow could interact with each other, or you could fight the stats or something.
That's what we're going to do, actually, Doug. So you're going to join us with that. We're all of, one of the early tiers, one of the early stretch goals for these Indiegogos is trading cards, a free trading card. In my case, 2, because I've got Salamandroid and Cyberfrog. So a trading card, and they're all going to match. So the Comicsgate books that you back, you're going to get trading cards. The more you back, the bigger the trading card set you're going to get. And Rainbow Brute is going to get a trading card. Cyberfrog Wrecked Planet is going to have a new trading card. The trading card set will build out. It's good to be on the ground floor right now, backing early so that you're going to get the first edition trading cards as well.
Bigfoot Bill, it's going to be full of action. It's going to be great. I'm a big Kung Fu movie buff, so I do really tight moves in my stuff. So Mike Miller, I noticed by looking at his choreography.
Yeah.
But I really like tight moves, really broad action, really broad comedy. It's all character driven, so it's not, I'll chase a joke. I'm known to chase a joke, but I really try and ground them in the character. So there should be characters that you care about and love, where you care what happens to them, and there's high stakes.
Let me read some more super chats here because look, Carlton76 says, I couldn't help myself, Doug. I refunded and upgraded to the $500 tier.
Oh, man.
Couldn't say no to the Jim Inc. So that is, you've got some real fans in the chat. And
that is so cool. That, just to break out that tier for you, I'm doing works like this. They're going to be frameable art that it's India ink line and a wash on it. And it's going to be a beautiful piece of art. I'm going to really buff those out because they're a higher tier, so there's less donors in there. I'm going to be able to really tighten up those as frameable pieces of original art. Each one will be completely different. You'll get your own Earthworm Jim piece of art.
Absolutely awesome. Laura Hollingsworth, $5. EVS, I got a poster with you.
I know Laura Hollingsworth, by the way. She's a fantastic comic artist herself.
She is?
Yeah, she is. She's really good and beautiful.
Okay, she says, EVS, I got a poster with your 12 rules illustrations today. It looks great. Doug, I was backer number 13. Congrats on reaching the goal so fast.
My people.
Yeah, thanks, Laura. I appreciate that. Jesse N, $2. Mundane Matt is a YouTube hero loser. Yeah, Radical Comics, $5. Cecil, what ideas do you have for cash grab stretch goals?
We have a lot of ideas. There's going to be like stuffed animals, but it's going to be shaped like our heads. It's just our heads, my head and Nurkish's head. And
if you get up high enough, you got to get some shot glasses or something.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Shot glasses. We definitely doing the stuffed animal heads. We're
like
doing
a pillow, like little pillows?
an extra comic of like our advice and like life advice. There's going to be an extra.
That's
like,
pretty good.
That's genius.
And what was the other thing? Tim is actually quite good at this. He had some other stickers and some other stuff. There's going to be stretch goals.
Give an example, Cecil, of your dating advice. Like if Nasser
never leave the house without an 8-ball of cocaine. Girls love that stuff. I never really was into it, but I always found that girls love that stuff, and the type of girls that would date me really love that stuff even a lot.
Good advice. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, John Whalen, $2. EVS looks like 500 pounds of chewed bubblegum. 240 pounds. 500 pounds. Lucifer Love Monkey, thanks for $2. Watch The Prophecy with Christopher Walken. Timbertone, $5. I verified Doug's sketchbook price. Does the audio increase price? Not that I'd ever let anyone take my copy away. Thanks for the book, Doug. Do you understand?
Does the audio?
Yeah. I'll read it again. I verified Doug's sketchbook price. Does the audio increase price? Not that I'd ever let anyone take my copy away. Thanks for the book, Doug.
Does the audio...
Probably a typo for autograph.
Autograph.
Does the autograph increase price? I would think so on those, but those were, I mean, I was selling them. That's a hardbound sketchbook. I have 100 sketchbooks, and I took the very best drawings. And as I kept meeting stretch goals, I just increased pages, increased the cover to be, it was a hardbound cover, ended up being leather with gold gilded edges, bookmark inside. So for 25 bucks, it was going for, they regularly go for 99 bucks on eBay. If you get them for less than 99 bucks, scoop them up, because those books, it's the best book I've ever made. And it was done through my fans. That's why I'm so loyal to this system. I really believe in it. I actually think you'll get better books because of it. You pay a little more up front to get the thing going, but then all we do is once we reach our quota, once we reach our amount, we just start pumping in more value into that thing. More story, you can spend more time on it. You can buy The print run can be higher quality paper and higher quality printing. It's just going to be a better book.
Yeah, 87 Kolig, thanks for $5. Ethan Van Caesar, Toe Thumb Slayer of Pies and wearer of the largest sizes. Cecil Augustus is heir apparent. Yeah, so it shall be written. R. Kelly, thanks for $2. Thoughts on the Berserker Knot comic on Indiegogo? Has anybody seen that?
Berserker Knot? I have not.
I have.
I have Berserker Not seen it. Is it good?
I've seen it. It looks really great. It looks like somebody doing like their best Simon Bisley impression.
Ooh,
the art looks just really, really good. Looks really cool. Looks like a fun book.
We'll look at. I've heard. I think you're like the third person to say Berserker Knot to me. So, is this person a comic skater? He should get in touch with me if he's on our side about stuff. Break All Day, $1.99. This better not be pie porn. Digital Fulcrum, thanks for $2. The only unicorn I like is RX0. Jesus A. Sabalas Jr., thanks for $2. Sounds like Nasser is raping a crane. Yeah, makes a lot of noise. Break All Day, $1.99. This better not be crane porn. Bagel Goose, $2. The sugar will burn and ruin your clothes. That was about the La Croix drink, using it to iron your clothes and make it smell like fruit. Antoine Dennison, hey, thanks for the $2 donation, my friend. Vince Rush Art, thanks for $4.99. All these comics creators are great. Can't wait to get my series out called Theo. Hope you all check it out. Comics great. Hashtag Comicsgate is great. Hashtag Comics with Passion.
Hey, Theo's a good name. I don't know anything about it. I'll tell you already. It's a winning title.
Well, let us see it. Let us see what you're doing. Jesse N, thanks for $2. I left the left when it got toxic. Now I'm centrist. Good, Jesse. Antoine Dennison, $2. Ethan, ask Donald to do a 1-minute Brutus pitch. Donald, do you feel up to that?
Actually, I was just getting ready to sign off to go to bed. It's 12:30 here.
Well,
and I got to go at 5.
Pitch on.
You got 1 minute. Go.
Okay. Brutus is a intergalactic bounty hunter who's being hunted by his past. He has no memory of who he is or where he came from, other than from a day when he woke up in a broken cryo chamber. He has a sidekick named Gideon, who's just a smart-ass little robot. He's basically Cecil in robot form. Thinks he's human. He gets drunk.
That's Cecil.
Cecil thinks he's human when he gets drunk.
And if you like books like Lobo and Trencher, especially Trencher.
I love Trencher.
Scud the Disposable Assassin, the Deadpool movies, humor like that and action like that, then you'll probably like this book.
Awesome.
And he looks like he kicks butt. He's huge.
Trencher and Lobo, Bisley and Giffen, they're huge inspirations on the kind of comics that I want to make. Just kind of serious story, but the visuals are funny and wonky.
90s,
if that makes sense.
90s image.
Yeah.
The Pit.
It's very much a love comic to the 90s.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, couple more here. Rose Taco 69, $3. What the f is with Batista still having guns back? I don't know, man. He's
loyal. He's loyal. I don't blame him to a point, but I appreciate him being loyal. The guy gave him his big break and everything, so he feels a certain amount.
Yeah. And on a set, you become family. They're family. So it's the same way that, like, if one of us got taken out, it's like, you stand up for each other. So I get where he's coming from.
Rose Taco 69 again, $3. Is the Jersey Devil in Bigfoot Bill?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that him? No, that's not him. Who's the red werewolf?
No, that's just a like a demonic werewolf. The Jersey Devil is you'll see all these characters hanging around in the crypto zone. It's in that main facility where they're at. It's got a gymnasium, it's got a jungle in it, it's got all the food they can eat, and it's got all these guards that suspiciously are keeping them all from trying to get to the outer walls where they can try to escape. And Bigfoot Bill is the first cryptozoological creature to ever escape.
Oh my God, I hope the Jersey Devil is like Jersey Shore.
Jersey Devil, Mothman is in there. Just all of the greats.
Oh.
Is Chupacabra in there?
Chupacabra is the one that's sitting on his shoulder in the main artwork, eating a taco with a Mac and Me T-shirt on.
What else is there? What other creatures are there?
There's hundreds.
What about
every swamp gas story you've heard? All that stuff is going to be in there.
What about the
Nessie?
old hag?
What?
When people wake up with sleep paralysis and they open their eyes and the old hag.
I have that. That's why I don't sleep.
Really? That's scary.
Real. I have had that for years and years. It's the fucking worst thing in the world. But I don't see people, but I wake up and I can't move for sometimes hours before I can move.
That's the waking nightmare, right? Where your body is asleep, but you're awake and you have an overwhelming sense of terror.
I'm awake, my eyes open, but my body thinks I'm still dreaming, so it doesn't let me move. But I understand other people have worse conditions of it where they actually see visions and shit. I don't have that, but I do wake up and I can't move sometimes for hours.
Because you're still asleep, and so your body's filling in the blanks. Why can't I move? Or your mind is filling in the blanks. Why can't I move? Well, because there's a hideous old woman sitting on my chest, and that's the old hag. And that's what most people seem to see. But the phrase nightmare actually comes from that, because other people see a horse's hoofs on their chest holding them down. That's creepy. Alex G, thanks for $5. SJW is upset with Doom Eternal. Demons being referred to as mortally challenged and referred to demon as an offensive term has set them off. It's Doom Eternal. Oh, is that a video game? It's a video game. I think the Quartering was talking about that. I'll watch a video about that, Alex. The Vile Delinquent, thanks for $5. Off topic, why do SJWs never talk about the shit us Irishmen have had to put up with throughout American history? Is it because we're white?
No, it's because you never stop talking about it.
Yeah, it's being Irish, man. Let's check the let's check Bigfoot Bill one last time and see where we're at. We ended up at $17,677 tonight, guys. Really, this community is supporting these comics. We're trying to give you the best stuff. We're trying to get you excited about what we're doing, and in return, this is what happens. You guys have funded in one day, in half a day, not even 24 hours, just 12 hours. Half a day, you have funded Doug Tennapel's dream, his dream project. This is what he wants to do.
You guys, this is a gift. This is a gift. It is a great. I'm lucky to get to do this, guys. It really chokes me up. I can't believe it. This is like every artist's dream, is to have people who support your work, to come in up front before you see a finished comic and put $1 in. It just puts the fire under me to put everything I can into this to make sure that you won't regret doing that come next April. So I'm getting all serious here for a screw around project, but I mean, we take our work very seriously. It's not like, comics are throwaway material. I want to make a story that stands the test of time, that you'll still want to read 10 years from now and bring you fond memories. So,
but also launch a new character into the pop culture lexicon, which you have a good chance of doing, because I think Bigfoot Bill looks great. He looks like a lot of fun. So I want to thank everybody in the chat. I see Ro Kabir just showed up right when we're leaving. Ro, I'm so sorry. We're closing out.
Ro's got Newts. Look, he's got my Newts book.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we've been listening to your the whole cast downstairs, and then we wanted just to show this, which is the Newts book.
Oh, look at those beautiful kids. Look at those beautiful kids.
Yeah, so these two guys read it. They really like it. So so we're definitely going to get Buffalo. Bigfoot Bill. That's it.
I told you, Rhoda, to send me your home address, like text it to me or over Twitter, like message it to me, and I'll send you book 2 of Newts.
You know what, Mr. Tennapel? I know you're a big star, but you got to wine and dine me first.
All right, guys.
I'll do that too.
Thank you so much to the chat for being here. We got to get to work. I got to get on these frogs.
Hail Caesar!
Oh, thank you.
Hail Caesar!
And congratulations, Doug, on getting funded.
Thanks. So we're about to hit 18,000. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it. 255 backers. That's a print run, man.
Yeah. It's 17,887 closing out. I can't wait to see where it's at tomorrow morning. Comic Artist Pro Secrets. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we will see you tomorrow with a brand new video and another live stream. Oh no, the High Council is tomorrow night over at Geeks and Gamers.
Ethan, if you don't mind, Ro is having the War Council directly after that.
Oh, okay, Ro, you've got the War Council after the.
Yeah, that's right. Cecil is love and Cecil is life, and he's actually, thankfully, is going to grace us with his presence. Thank you so much, Cecil. We're all looking forward to it. All the Centurions. I want to say thank you to all the Centurions who support you guys and who've been looking out for everybody. And we can't wait to have you on, Cecil.
All right.
All right. Love you guys. I'm closing out. Good night, everyone.
My people.
All right, everyone. Bye.